Okay. Sending you over in 5, 4, 3.
Woo! Thanks y'all for waiting. Hi, I'm Drumbo, and I also apologize for that fact. So yeah, this is I think this is my first appearance in Questing for Glory, isn't it? So of course, fittingly, it's the Legend of the Super Saiyan, aka Super Saiyan Densetsu on the Super Nintendo / Super Famicom, and I cannot get my capture card to work for the life of me. So yes, I know everyone hates it, but I'm playing it emulated. Well, good news is because it's the glitchless run, I can play it, as you can see, translated into English. So outside of a couple of instances, you can understand what's going on. So if you don't know anything about Dragon Ball, I'm not going to give you much of a backstory because it leaps into, the sequel series, Dragon Ball Z. So, said get ready on that countdown while why don't we go ahead and do this on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, Raditz shows up and kidnaps the main character's kid, and then the main character's arch enemy is like, yeah, let's go join up and beat him up. So that's the storyline and the plot for this beginning portion. It's an RPG, so of course the first thing you gotta do is fix the text speed, of course, and we're gonna talk to people that eventually join the party and probably die, and they're going to give us things, and then we leave them here because we'll use them later. Now, let me go ahead and hit the wrong buttons. Little known fact, you can turn off combat in this game, which we use to a very, very heavy degree. If you tap Y 3 times and then X, they just left that in so you can turn off flying around and getting into fights. And let me not stop right in front of this house. So anyways, we're gonna go visit Mr. Popo, who totally has a house on Earth. Don't think about it. And we have to save him from a bunch of golden Cybermen, which should not be on this planet quite yet, but here they are. Again, don't think about it. And so we're just going to attack everybody with Goku. We're going to nuke one of them from orbit with Piccolo, and that's... As you're going to very quickly realize, combat takes a very long time in this game. It is lengthy and annoying and stupid, and we don't like it. So as much as we can avoid that, that is like... the number one important thing that we're going to try to do in the game. Try not to be in combat as much as possible, if ever. Now, if there are bosses, you gotta fight them, which also means if we're not going to be in combat, how are you going to beat these guys at the absolute minimum battle powers that you can? And that's where things get interesting. So, it'd be way more interesting if I was just using the incredibly laggy menu system of this game to glitch the game out in about 4 minutes and defeat Frieza using Krillin. But we're not going to do that. We're going to play it normally and, I'm going to say reasonably less cheap, but that might come into question a little bit later as well.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Your mic's messing up again.
Hello? There it is. Okay. If that happens again, let me know and I'll just swap off to a different microphone because this one has given me issues before. Okay, anyways, what are we doing? I guess we're going to do this fight over again. It's fitting. I guess I get to explain all of that over again. Not exactly what I wanted to have happen. Yes, hi Crash, thank you. So, second verse, same as the first. Blow up all of these guys. And hopefully they don't kill the main character. If at any point in time in the game, when Goku's in your party, if Goku dies, well, outside of like one, if Goku dies, it's an automatic game over. For the rest of the game, outside of one fight again, if Gohan dies, it's a game over. Doesn't matter what happens to anybody else. Piccolo can die pretty much throughout the entirety of the game. Outside of this early section, it's kind of important that he survives. Outside of that, he can die anywhere. He could be the person that dies and then Goku goes crazy and goes Super Saiyan because he watched Piccolo die. That's a thing that can happen. Welcome to this game. That guy, just stop picking on Piccolo. I don't like this. Can you just hurry up and kill everybody, please? I know that one's like very, very strong. Yeah, this game was well. This was not the first one that had the Zenkai boost. Although this game does have a Zenkai boost. If any of your Saiyan characters get below 10 hit points and you use an item that heals them to full, and it can't be using the in. You have to use an item in combat that heals them to full. So it has to be a Kami card, a Korin, Shenlong. You have to use one of those, and in that case, it will give them a level up, which is very useful, and we like it. Not that one. That's got pretty good defense. Well, not just Yamcha, dude. We're taking Yamcha, Krillin, Tenshinhan, and Chanshu. We take all four of them. Because they all, surprisingly, have their uses in going to the planet and actually, surviving the Saiyans. Now all I have to do is make sure that the two main characters survive the first fight of the game. I'm pretty sure they intended that you were gonna, scout out. You go to this fight, no, this is too hard, let's go to the cave, we'll look around, we'll grind out whatever, we'll grab some items, things of that nature. I can pretty well guarantee they were expecting you to do something to that effect. They were not expecting you to, roll right up on these guys. But it happens. See, this time I have much better luck. Yay, so we beat them all, and we got a new long card, and that's when I walk out of the set. Oh no, God sent me down here to, I don't know, something, and by the way, your kid's, superpowered, you gotta go find him. Well, we're already going to try and find him, and thanks for the superpowered note. Hello, what are we doing? Let's go to the inn. This is the only time we ever actually go to the inn, because every time you get a level up in this game, it heals you to full your hit points and ki. So you never have to go to the inn, which is useful. Now let's see if I am still technically on the step count, so that should be fine. So, a little bit of shopping. I need to buy this, which will become important later. I'm going to need 5 of these. Now, each item card in the game is, shown off by a prominent character from the series, at least who used to be a prominent character in the series. Like, how many of you actually remember who Long and Poir are? Or Yuranai Baba. And then, a lot of other prominent characters will have their own cards. Goku has one, Piccolo has one, Veggie has one. There's, unfortunately, You don't have cards reflecting, Krillin, Yamcha, Tenshinhan, Chaozu. There is a Yajirobe card if you want to get a hold of a Yajirobe card. It is so incredibly precise in how hard it is, or how necessary it is to wind up using it, that you're pretty much never going to be able to use it. Of course, so we're immediately moving on to the Oolongs. Running in this game, if you fail at running, you'll note that all of the Dragon Balls lose one star rating, one off the offense and one off the defense. If you lose all the way down, so it is 1 across the board for offense and defense, it actually straight up takes the run option away from you. That no longer exists. You don't get to try. So before that becomes an option, you're going to want to, if you can, you then go ahead and use an Oolong card. It'll refresh everything to completely different values. Hopefully you get something with a Z, so you'll have the maximum attempts at trying to get away from fights. That's fine. That's just how it goes. So we're just going to go through the cave. We're going to take 6 Cybermen in fights, and I still don't, because that's still a really powerful one in the middle one. I'm looking for like the 238, 338 pairings, so that you can pretty much one-shot them. And I need 6 of them so I can get Piccolo up to level 2. If I wanted to, I could roll right up on the next boss, and try to take him out. Just try to one-shot him with Piccolo. Unfortunately, it requires him rolling a 1 defense. So they're just like the offense. They have a 1. Their defense can roll anywhere from 1 to 8. It's written in Japanese on the bottom Dragon Ball. That's why most of you probably looked at it and went, "What am I looking at?" That's what it is. As you can see, that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Well, that was easy enough. That's what those defensive ratings were. So we're going to use another Oolong to try and get ourselves a key card, and then I'm going to max its defense. And then we're going to fight, as you can see, Raditz! Except it's not actually Raditz. I guess spoilers for that. So I need... Well, they're not bad, and Piccolo can attack everybody with that, and you can attack, hopefully, the middle one, and hopefully we can do some real good damage here. They're going to get their licks in because all of our offensive cards are not very high on the... They're not very high on the offensive rating, which also determines attack order. So, like, the higher the number, the sooner you get to attack. So a lot of instances, defense simply isn't going to matter for a lot of characters, because if you go first, and you hit the guy, and you kill the guy, you never got a chance to hit you, so that works for you. He's not dead, but that's fine, you've done plenty of damage. And again, in theory, I'm not going to need any healing items, because when I get the level up, they heal the full, so we should be fine from that, in theory. Sometimes, your characters can do a follow-up attack after landing a hit or even sometimes whiffing a hit. They will follow up and then do the cool mode 60? I don't know what it's called. They'll do that cool attack where they fly at the screen real fast and shows their head portrait and whatever, the headbutt thing. Do extra damage. It's nice. Does more than a regular attack. But not exactly consistent, and sometimes when you whiff an attack, they get the chance to counterattack, which sucks, and we don't like that. Now, I either need two packs or another 3-pack to be able to get Piccolo up to the necessary level. Or I guess Goku if I had 2 key cards, but I only have 1, so we're going to force the issue here. Check out this awesome music while Goku shrugs around. Cool, what do we got? Well, that's a 3-pack. Okay, it's the same as before, so I can work with that. We can go ahead and do that, and I'm going to hopefully take out the middle one. So, as long as nobody dies here, and I did save it, so that's not going to be a big issue, we'll get our level up. I have that 1 Key Blast card, which in theory should maybe be powerful enough to take out Raditz, and then Goku will be trying to contribute as well in the fight. Not much. We're talking about this particular Raditz, I think, is 1,200 battle power, and these guys are going to be right around 500. So if you're going to be doing any appreciable damage, it's going to have to come from Key Blasts. That's just the long and short of it. That's how it's going to have to happen. So that's what we're doing. Hi, Bob. How's it going? I don't know why I'm talking this way. Yay. So, how many of these guys are alive left? Just the one? And unfortunately, since that was an AoE attack, you can't count it. Okay, so what do we got? Who's left standing the most? It doesn't really matter. going to keep that one key card. That way I don't have to worry about spending it. But we're going to hope that Raditz can roll a 1 on his defense so that Piccolo can kill him. Goku will try to contribute. And then we'll just move on from there. Pop, 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 boom. So that's the 2 guys. We both level up to 2. Great. You don't remember this part? Why not? Everybody remembers the part where Goku and Piccolo were in a cave fighting a fake Raditz, right? That totally happened in the series. Blah, blah, blah. He chats a lot. Anyways. And there's no way of telling what he's at. Oh, it's 800 is his robust battle power, which is still too high. We do not like that. So we're going to see if we can plow through him. That's the plan. I'm going to drink some coffee. So let us see what Raditz's defense is. That's a 4, so that's not going to be enough to kill. So that's not good, so I need a headbutt, and I need Goku to do some real damage. I didn't get the headbutt from him, and Raditz is going right after Goku. Goku thankfully has a 6 defense, so he's going to be able to do fairly well against that. Alright, so now we just need Goku to... No, not that. And he gets countered. Okay, so that's just a thing that can happen, and that's stronger than the normal attack he did against us. And we don't have any good, like, appreciable damage going on here, so I'm going to reset it. I'm going to hope for a better defense roll out of Piccolo, or I guess out of Raditz? Yeah, out of Raditz. We're going to hope that he has a worse defense roll. Yeah, this did come out while DBZ was still going on, and one of my favorite stupid little tidbits is the RPG on the Nintendo, I guess the Famicom, sorry, where the one where you go to Namek and fight fight Frieza. It ends. Oh, I picked the wrong key blast. That's not going to do enough damage regardless of what the defense is. Whoops. The end of the Nintendo RPG where you go and fight Frieza ends with Frieza getting crushed behind the Genki Dama, the Spirit Bomb. That's it. They found out at the last second that the fight was still going on and Goku went Super Saiyan, and then included just a picture of a Super Saiyan Goku, like right before the end credits. That's it. You can't unlock him or anything. It's just, oops. Hey, check it out. We didn't include, I'm going to go ahead and arguably say, the most important part of this. One of the most important parts of this entire anime. Maybe all anime. Oh, what is his defense anyways? Oh, it's still a 4. And he dodged it, so that means a reset. Yep, okay. It's worse if you don't take the levels before trying to fight Raditz, because then you have to have a Z offense, and he has to roll a 1. And even then, that's not a guarantee that you're going to kill him. So I saved time by taking those fights that we didn't want to have to do. Then again, I also did die in the first fight in the game, so, you know, look, this is progress, right? This is one of those situations where I always need to remind myself, do not offer this game up. Do not offer up I'll donate $5 every time I have to reset. See, that's a 3. That's a better one. So we should do better than 53 damage. It's 57. Okay. Okay, then. That is better than 53 damage. The math is mathin', kids. And there's the headbutt I keep talking about. This is why you don't want Raditz doing things. Goku, you gonna hit? No, of course not. Are you gonna headbutt him? No, you're gonna get countered. Are you gonna die from this? So I need 2 good attacks, and I'm not getting 2 good attacks. We'll see if we can pull something out of our keysters here, but I doubt it. This is probably going to be another one. Well, no, the anime was still ahead of the manga, so they would have to wait. There's a reason there was an awful lot of filler going on in the anime, because they were caught up and like, okay, Mr. Toriyama, when's the next round of this so that we can, you know, do something. Alright, come on, kill him, you can do it. Not against a 7 defense, I don't think, not unless it's a headbutt, it's not. Woo! So this is, I could hedge my bets slightly by using that item that I just picked up that can turn one item, its offense, into a Z. But I'm only getting one offense out of that. That's not really gonna be worthwhile. Oop. And I was unable to run. Well, okay, I managed to advance the step counter enough to the point where another fight actually occurred between that save point and the boss. So maybe that'll change up the RNG just enough that I'll actually get the one, the one defense that I desperately need for this fight. Who knows, right? Not me, and I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's not gonna happen, but you know, who knows. And I don't have any way of like forcing it yet. That requires a Piccolo card. Okay, Raditz is just gonna go first. Sure, why not? Okay. Get your licks in. And I mean, you very much can. You can beat Frieza that way. I selected the wrong key blast again. Okay, if it's a 1, I'll give it a shot, and it's not a 4. This is what I get for not pressing down. I did mention, like, the controls in this game are very odd and laggy, so much so to the point that, and I might show it off at one point of time, I can't yet, but there's another category of this game called radar percent, where the inputs are so laggy. You can press up and the A button at the same time. And as you can see, I went down and now it says I'm selected Gohan, but the image, the Kame image, didn't change. So if I tried to use that right now, it would give me an error, but then still try to consume the Gohan card because the Kame card can be used, and I don't know what will happen next. So I'm gonna back out and not let that be a thing. Now, that has interesting applications if you have another item with specific abilities right next to, say, the Dragon Radar. So like, let's say someone actually needs to have, or someone is full up on their key, and I'm selecting a card that would restore key. So I have that next to the radar, and I deselect the radar and select the thing that lets me try to use, or try to restore their key. It'll default back to the radar, and let me use the radar. And if I'm in combat, that's not a thing that's supposed to happen because it's opening up a separate menu, and so it will do that and allow me to just skip out of combat entirely. That's the crux of the glitched run. Is I don't want to be in this fight. I'm going to look at my watch and leave. We're not going to do that. All I'm really saying is that the menus in this are so laggy. And that's not happening. That's a 7 defense. Yeah, the menus are so laggy that sometimes the simplest of menuing kind of evades you pretty heavily, and I don't like that. It's trying, to say the least. Come on, you. Oh, come on. What is happening? All right, I'm going to try to run from this, okay? Can you run? No. Okay. What on earth is happening? Yeah, like in the story mode category of this game, you do actually have to fight, you do have to initially fight Frieza and land a Genki Dama on him. In my personal run, I actually charged it all the way to full, because you might as well, and it didn't kill him. So if you have enough supplies to be able to completely restore Goku after that, and keep alive whoever, probably Piccolo, that is distracting him long enough to power up that Genki Dama and then throw it at him, you can throw 2 and you will eventually kill Frieza with it. You don't need Super Saiyan. It is, wildly slower, so I wouldn't suggest doing it. Let's give you the defensive card. It's not really going to matter too much. Okay, Piccolo, go first. Raditz have a 1 defense. This is all I'm asking for. I have never really had this bad of luck with this. First time for everything, right? That's a 4 again. If I get a headbutt after this, maybe. But that's a pretty big if, I guess. Didn't get the headbutt. Maybe if Goku lands a headbutt too, because I need that much more damage. He has like, I think, 80 hit points. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that sucks. I know. Come on. Yeah, I love the idea of Goku effectively just destroying portions of the universe because he has to absorb that much energy just to be able to create a second Genki Dama to throw it at him. Like, okay, well, here's another one, big guy. Eat this. I'm not getting headbutts here. And eventually he's going to start just deciding to punch us all out. So, come on. Headbutt. No. At least Goku's got a good defense so we can continue to survive that. What do we do? Come on. I'm just grind him out. You can see how slow this is. It would be nice if I just gotten the one and then nuked him from orbit. That would have been fantastic, but that's not what's happening here. Yay! So what are we doing? What's the headbutt rate? I don't know off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it was, well, there's a headbutt. I'm pretty sure it was lower in version 1.1, and I'm using version 1.0, then this is 1.1, and the 1.2 is, like, Vegeta contributes to the party less than usual, so it actually hurts runs from the midway point on, because you're kind of relying on Veggie to do anything. Look at that, we finally beat him. We had to punch him out, so we punched him out. And by the way, that wasn't actually Raditz. It was a black Cyberman that can look at an enemy and turn into that enemy. Not something you want to have happen, because when you start getting very, very powerful towards the end game, those guys will start showing up. And guess what that means? Oh, they can turn into one of us and beat us to death, because they got like 2/3. Here's a 3/5. That's, we'll say 2/3. It's about 2/3 our... No, that was... Crap. At least I saved the game. I forgot I had the Z card that I needed, and I didn't mean to delete it like that. That was dumb. But at least I saved it. At least I remembered to do that part. And I have to, like I said, Piccolo is going to need the Poir. Okay, now we'll save it again so that doesn't happen. Also, in case I get into a fight. No, this, I don't remember who made this translation, but this translation came out like, I think 20 years ago. There's 2 sections where the translation is incorrect. And then there's also one where it's a little too correct. He drops the heavy F-bomb when Vegeta is talking. So, not great. Now, as per usual, as per usual, we don't want Raditz doing anything anymore, so we're going to use this card that stuns him, prevents him from doing anything at all. Oh, that Z card's a little bit too high on offense, isn't it? Yes. That looks good. Yeah, we'll keep going. The problem is that Goku's still going to go slower here. Oh no, actually. Well, they're both going to go at a 1 speed, which sucks. But Raditz isn't going to be able to do anything, but I need that card. Oh, actually, I guess I'm still going to have to wait for a 3rd term, so I'm going to have to wait for Goku to get socked by Raditz in the face and hope he doesn't die. Because I need Piccolo to go after Goku. We've already established the number of the number of stars in the top Dragon Ball also determines order speed. By the way, there's Gohan. There he is. Punched him out with your forehead. That's cool. Oh, well, there's a better one anyways. Okay. Well, no, because Goku's still going to have to do a special attack at a 1 speed, which means, yeah, it's not going to let me skip out, is it? Nope. Okay. Well, fudgesicles. Well, in case Raditz decides to do something stupid, I'm going to go throw that out. Yeah, he's going to attack Goku with his 3 defense, and he killed him. That's what I was afraid of. Right, need to have Goku with a better defense anyways. Alright, so let's try that again. Let's not hit new game. Let's try that again and do it a little bit, cleaner. I don't know what cleaner looks like yet. Look, it's the early game and you're trying to do things as per what they would let you know in Dragon Ball pretty readily. You are way, way underpowered for this, and it's even more hilarious in Dragon Ball. Did I get into a fight? I did. Well, that's fascinating. On the same frame I'm supposed to get into the Raditz fight, I'm fighting Cybermen. I have never seen that, and I don't know what to do with that. Is this just a normal fight? Do I just normal fight these guys? What happens here? I don't... We're in wildly uncharted territory right now. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I have no idea whatsoever. I have never seen this before, but I have to know. I have to know. Because I can't imagine they're going to be invincible, right? They showed regular battle powers. No, so I can't hurt them. Okay, what is this? What is going to happen? I'm actually so stoked right now. I don't know what this is. This is great. This is like this. Yeah, that's probably just what's gonna happen. I know. You're just gonna get experience and then move on. But I mean, like, is the dialogue gonna still happen? from... Yes, the dialogue still happens. Okay. All right, let's just keep going. Piccolo, mop him up. Yeah, if you can time the one frame insta fight against not Raditz and clear the Raditz fight, that's still faster. Like, I will take that if that is on the table. I just didn't want to use any of those, like, good cards right there. Alright, kill him, Goku. Get him! Get him! No, I need him dead, because he's going to have hit Piccolo. Unless Piccolo dodges. But I think he's going to hit Piccolo. I should have not sent Piccolo out there. Is he dead? He's dead. Yeah. Okay. So that... I should have known. I should have known. Don't send out Piccolo, so we don't even get to find out. I'm sorry. So now we have to do the correct fight the correct way. That was... Although, yes, you actually, Crash is correct. That would have ruined this as being glitchless, so the run would have been invalidated. So we can't do that. So here's the correct fight. We'll do the correct fight. We'll do it the correct way this time. I also forget that I do actually have healing items, so I should probably go ahead and do that. What am I doing? There's items I have to use here. I have to do that, and I have to use another one to make sure he doesn't punch us all out. You do that, and you burn off one of the crap ones, because you can't do anything about it. Great, okay. No. Piccolo did get dropped by a Cyberman. That is interesting. Oh, I see the batteries in my vape are just about dead. Well, that's great, too. Well, it's not like anything's happening in this fight right this second. Yeah, sure. Just, now you do the headbutt. When you literally cannot hurt the man at all. Yes, let's go ahead and headbutt him. So Gohan will show you how to do it correctly. There it was. Now we need to have Goku grab him, and we need to have... I'm going to use this Healy card on Goku to make sure that he doesn't insta-die. Because Goku's definitely going to be going after Piccolo. That sucks, and Raditz is going to be going ahead of all that too. Okay, cool. Piccolo's going to attack him, as long as there's not a counter. There is a task, but it uses, like, wildly inferior strats, and some of them are kind of also glitches, so it's weird. Like, I don't think there's a task that works strictly with the glitchless category, and the number of glitches and the different ways that you can just modify the game to wind up beating it, like the task would literally be like 2 minutes long and honestly kind of boring, so we don't even mess with that one. Great, so there's the full length of dialogue of, okay, so this is what's going to happen. Piccolo's going to go ahead and drop the Makenko Sapo. Special beam cannon. Or Demon Ray, take your pick. I love Demon Ray. Back in the early 2000s, 90s, was it that they had that song "I Just Want to Fly"? Don't think about that too much. Okay, so we're now going to move on to training. Everybody loves the training. Yeah, so like true 80%, it's just like the controls and menus are so just good. Hellzone grenade. Screw you, I'm keeping that one. The interesting thing about it is you can just like press up or down and A at the same time too much just from menuing, and then desync yourself from the menu itself and start rifling through the RAM of the game until, oh look, I'm out of this fight. Now I'm in a fight with Frieza. And now I'm in a fight and Krillin is at a high enough battle power to kill Frieza. And I have an item that will kill... So he does in 3 minutes. It's hilarious and kind of sad. There is an extended, shows the entire realm of the game, glitched category called Radar Percent, that it predominantly uses the radar glitch, like as I was saying before. If you like, because you can see the controls are gummy, and if I press down and A at the same time, now it's going to try to use an Oolong card if it's actually able to use the Oolong card, otherwise it would default to the Kame card. Now if there were instances where that wouldn't work, weird things happen, like items that can't be used in combat, or items that can be used outside of combat. For those of you who have played this game before, you know that there are items that temporarily increase your battle power by 25% and some by 50%. So if you glitch the game and do that out of combat and then walk into some other building, yeah, it's permanent. Now you have to pay for the item over and over, but if you wanted to, you could do that. So that's a real easy, quick, and easy fight right there. Thank you, Gohan. That's why I saved that Ki Blast, so you can just nuke Piccolo from orbit, something he is used to at this point of time in the run. No, we don't have to deal with Princess Snake. Thank goodness. She does not exist. Hey, we all love Mr. Popo around here. So, training in this sucks, and it's not going to happen with those cards. Oh my goodness. So it's reskin of a fight. I'm fighting a planetoid that has a, it's not horrible, battle power of 9,800, and Goku is not particularly strong right now. But when we were going to, oh yeah, no, it was going to be Gohan, and then just nobody cared. Like, this is fine, can we bring back Goku? Fine. Well, I mean, initially, he wanted to have the villains of, like, the arc after Frieza was going to be Dr. Gero and 19, and, like, no one likes these guys. Okay, how about 17 and 18? Nobody really likes these guys either. And 16? Nobody likes the... Cell. Okay, we like Cell. He's like, fine, I will try until I find something popular, and then I will kill off my main character. Wait, what? And we'll make his son the main guy. Wait, what? And no, what do you mean nobody likes it? Ugh. I mean, look, he effectively was, but it's not that Piccolo got relegated, it's that everybody else is just that much more powerful that what the heck are they gonna do? Thankfully, Super Hero comes along, and now, Gohan and Piccolo are relevant again. In the manga, they're like, okay, everybody fight. All right, everybody were pretty much the same battle power. Like, you're all at the same power as Broly. Really? I don't buy that. I mean, I'd like to buy that. That'd be pretty cool. Although, still though, can we get a one-on-one fight? Piccolo versus Veggie. Never happened, guys. It did not ever happen. Just fan service. Give us that. I want to see those two scrap. What is so wrong about that? Oh well. So anyways, yeah, this is just, you get 10 turns to try and beat, air quotes, beat the planet. You're trying to beat a creature, a reskinned creature, so instead of flying forth and swinging at it, it's Goku trying to not land on his head. This is what this is. You get 10 turns to do it, and then he levels up. And then you get 6 turns to do it, and then he levels up, like that. And then you get 3 turns to do it. And the 3 turn is the one that sucks, but nobody likes it. Maybe you could get done with those cards, but I'm gonna say, well, hang on, what are the defenses on those? Z554. Well, those are better, but I don't want to waste the combo. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. It's like, hey, you got a backlog of a bunch of cool guys that, like, we had already established multiple times throughout Dragon Ball. Hey guys, psst, magic kinda evens the playing field sometimes. Roshi uses magic. How about now he's just still just a martial artist and just uses the Mafuba. Lean into his magic, dude. Come on. He can teach tension on some of it, like he did with the Mafuba, and taught Trunks the Mafuba. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Just magic, it fixes a lot of problems. I know it's the Superman cowardly way, like, oh, you can't punch him out, so what's your other trick? I don't know, something. Well, you gotta give him something, because these guys are... Sorry, a little annoyed by that. I also really like the idea of they have infinite energy, but I mean, yeah, it's the equivalent of turning on like your water hose and just letting that whatever that power of stream is, that forever. Cool. And eventually the Saiyans evolve to the point where they're like a freaking fire hose. Like, okay, well, yeah, I can see why infinite energy is probably not going to be able to compete with that for very long. Yeah, they'll win in the long run. They will not win in the short term. So I get it. That makes sense to me. I understand it. I understand the logic behind it. If I fail on this one, then that's a reset. This is why I save things. And that's a reset. Cool. So, I mean, yes, but that also still kind of, yes, but it's still kind of retconning things for how the Kickahoo works. Like, okay, how far back do we need to go with this? When Roshi was initially demonstrating the Kamehameha, he said you have to be very careful because this can kill you. Because, like, if you run out of your ki, it's your life energy, and if your body's not used to expending that forcefully as an attack, I understand why that would be like you'd probably need to be a little bit careful when using that sort of thing. Goku, weird savant that he is just like, alright, I blew up our car, wasn't that neat? Like, okay, I'm more impressed by the fact that you didn't die while doing that, but yes, also very neat that you picked up this attack that took me 50 years to learn. Great. Moving on, like, during that first Budokai where he, Goku goes to Zaru and he has to blow up the moon, Roshi blows up the moon, and then his next step, Goku's now waking up and coming at him again. He turns and tries to fire another Kamehameha right at him and just poof, no energy. He's completely drained. His hand just pops out a little poof of smoke. It's like, Okay, so his body's going to need a little bit of time to recharge that sort of thing. He has been trained enough that he can fully expend all of the ki out of his body pretty much, and he won't die. Which is also an interesting factor of, so you can forcefully expel that ki from you. And you can feel the ki around you. Many other members of the Z Fighters can feel the ki of the people around. It's wafting off of them like heat. They can feel it. They can get to the point where they can start to tell whose ki it is, which is pretty impressive. Roshi never got to that point. He's only aware of like the ki that his body is generating, which is also probably why he never learned to fly. Hooray, we beat level 2. He never learned to fly because he doesn't have control of the ki that's outside of his body. So it's either he would be like forcibly aiming his ki upwards through his chest to make him fly upward. Doesn't sound very sane. That's why anytime he was ever moving via ki, he was firing a blast and going in that direction. Good for him, makes sense. But he's aware of the fact that people can do that. And he's aware of the fact that that's still incredibly dangerous. His own attack, he kept saying, could kill you, which was not wrong. So he sees tension on who's going to fly up in the air using a great amount of ki, and not just normal ki, but the ki that's outside of his body to helpfully allow himself to drag himself way up into the air, and then maneuver the rest of his ki down to where you are, hold it in that position, and make it forcefully explode. There's a reason why he was saying in that moment, that could just kill that guy. I don't think Goku, get out of there now. Since then, everybody's gotten more powerful. They've gotten to the point where they don't have to, even finish the third one on the first try. I mean, like, if it's overpowering enough that it's, like, damn near inside of Roshi, I think he can. But, like, other people, Cell is fighting other people, like Krillin and Yamcha are like, so why was it do I sense 2 veggies and Gokus? And is that me out there? Roshi's like, what you guys talking about? Not quite at that level. He has his own skill set, no doubt. But he doesn't quite have that level of skill set, which I think anybody, like, Gohan taught Videl how to fly in like 10 minutes, which I'm pretty sure amounted to, so here's how your ki is, here's how you detect it. Hey, can you feel a little bit wafting off of you? Okay, see if you can harness that. See if you can pick yourself up with it. And she's just hovering a little bit off of the ground. Okay, there's your basic rudimentary learning of that. There's a quick rapid study of it, which has never been brought forth to Roshi. I don't know why. Like, he knows how to power up, which means he is forcing his body to generate more ki at a more rapid pace, and he even has a specialty form where he bulks up his body much larger to contain the extra strength that he just generated. No one has ever said to him, hey, you feel this around you, maybe? Because, like, you're like a convection oven that's there's just heat pouring off you. How do you draw that in a little bit? What do you say? Like, you know how we repress our battle power? That's how we do it, buddy. So, yeah, Roshi was just straight up like, yeah, the Dodon Paw is more powerful than the Kamehameha. Like, okay, that sounds dangerous. I don't think I like the sound of that. Because it's more refined. It's like it's a smaller blast with the same amount of energy. So it's hitting with the force of, I don't know, a sledgehammer, but it's behind a pencil. That's going to puncture really freaking hard and do a lot of damage, as opposed to just hitting with the sledgehammer, which would still obviously hurt a great deal. So, I mean, there's no, like, I mean, if you have a greater amount of power behind your Kamehameha, that's going to hurt more, duh. But like, even ground, oh, I'm roughly the same battle power as this guy. We're using the same amount of energy behind the same amount of attack. Yeah, the one that hits as hard as your fist, but it's behind a finger, that's probably going to do a little bit more damage. So I can understand him saying, yeah, no, that one's better. Him freaking out over the idea of, I'm going to detonate my own key because it might kill you. I think he's still stuck in the past because he's still thinking, cool, thanks, Palmer. Because, yeah, he's still sitting there thinking, well, just draining your own key could kill you, which is not wrong. Also, we just fought King Kai. Everybody remembers that part of the show, right? I don't know why I keep hitting there on the split when it's right here. Boop. Great. Well, we're slowly making up time. See, one of my favorite headcanons, I don't know how I came to it, but if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. One of my favorite headcanons was always Kami, when he separated into Kami and Piccolo. Then went off, and he's, you know, not a combat Namekian. He's with Dragon Clan and whatever the other clan is. He's not Dragon Clan anymore, or at least maybe he was, but the separation allowed him to split enough so that he can, you know. By the way, we're picking up the children from daycare now. We're actually going to get Krillin and Yamcha and Tenshinhan and Chaozu. So when Kami split, that allowed him to make the Dragon Balls. He's no longer a fighter. He has some combat ability, but he doesn't, you know, he's not like a fighter like Piccolo is. And then eventually Piccolo Jr. But then he also has Mr. Popo, and what I don't know how it ever came to me, but what, oh, this just finishes, man, this finishes beating Frieza. And if you're spicy, you can also fight a Super Saiyan Veggie, if you want to. So anyways, I'm firmly of the opinion that Kami immediately used the Dragon Balls and made a wish for himself for a protector that would always be more powerful than his opponent. Note, I didn't say faster, speedier, have more ki, just more powerful, like physically more powerful. So that's Mr. Popo. I don't know how that ever came into my head. Just, you know, a protector who can help you out, and he's never going to be, hang on, I have a shopping list for this. By yapping, and I'm suddenly going, what am I supposed to do here? Let me see. I don't need the Kame, I don't need the Roshi, I don't need this escape, I don't need the King Kai, I don't need the Poires, of which there are 2, there we go. I need that Grandpa going, I don't need another escape. So, I need a lunch and 3 Chi-Chis. I was going to say I could go get Yajirobe into the party as well. That is an interesting Easter egg. In fact, you know what? Wait, did I use that King Emma? No. All right, you know what? Because I don't have to use that, we're going to play the interesting game. I'm going to spend the time. You guys, I don't know how many of you are even aware of this fact whatsoever, but Yajirobe is in this game. And not just in the game, because he's actually in that house over there. I don't really know what just happened there. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I accidentally had that turned on. I did not mean to have the Y button. I need to remap that from this emulator. I don't know why it's emulated as that. Whatever. So you can turn off combat. There, I turned off combat. Yajirobe was in that house right down there, and he does not join you as an official party member, but in the 2 Nintendo games, you're gonna make me actually talk to him first, aren't you? Yes, in the 2. Look, you can't wish for something more powerful than Shenlong. In theory, it can generate things that still break the universe, such as immortality or reviving people, which is really just teleportation. But he outright said he couldn't kill the Saiyans because they're too more powerful. A creature, Veggie, with a battle power of 18,000 is too powerful. However, you could just say that it is a creature whose physical strength will always be greater than the person that it is fighting. Nothing else, mind you. It would simply be like a +1. And there, Oolong there wanted that lunch card that I bought because he wants to look at it. But he gave us a toad, and having that toad allows us to now go visit Yajirobe, who just said he was hungry. No, Shenlong's not the opponent. It is whoever that, there, we got the Yajirobe card. No, the opponent would be whoever Mr. Popo is going up against. And it would be like a +1 in battle power compared to whoever he's fighting. It's still going to be strong enough to, in theory, protect Kami from whoever might be coming after him. And I mean, it's why, regardless of the power there, regardless of how strong anybody is when they're coming up on Mr. Popo, he pretty much always seems to be strong enough to actually make an impression on them, which is a little odd. And this guy really don't have much to go on, so I'm just going to auto-fight him. So, okay. See, it's also the thing, like, is Majin Buu legitimately more powerful than everybody, or is he just magically enhanced? Is it just like how much his regeneration is? Because he still clearly had a huge amount of physical power. I was always somehow under the mindset that Buu was the same way. Buu is physically like +1 more powerful than you. Thing is, he's magically enhanced and has so much regeneration and access to key attacks that he's still way more formidable. They're like, no, we have to shut this guy away. This is Moro, well, after Moro, but still understandably, oh, you gotta shut that guy away. And we should probably also do with this Buu thing, too. It's also why, like, a number of people are able to kind of slap around Buu more than you would probably expect. It's just that his regeneration again is so high that he's just going to shrug off most of it. And also, he's not going to care most of the time. Like, okay, well, I'm slightly more powerful than you. I'm also slightly more powerful than that guy, and that guy can punch a hole through the planet, so bring it. Let me see. So I need... What is the... I guess that one. Yeah, okay. So what am I talking about here? Okay, so I need to use the other lunch card and hope it works. And it works, so I'm going to use that on Piccolo. Piccolo, so if you use a lunch card, it allows you to attack everybody with a singular attack, which includes Ki Blasts, which includes the Makenko Sapo. And I'm just going to go ahead and burn off these other crap cards because I don't like them. I'm going to hope that nobody goes soon enough to try and, like, hit any of my players, whatever. So, okay, so you're going after Krillin. That's fine. He can take it. He's a big old boy. What else we got? Okay, so that guy's going to attack also Krillin. Sure, why not? Alright, what do we got? What else we got? Okay, you're going to attack everybody because you suck. Hopefully you're not going to kill Krillin. You're not wrong. Krillin does have an AoE attack, but it has a lower multiplier than the Makenko Sapo, which I have turned into AoE by using a lunch card because it's hilarious and that's how that works. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Buu is just this weird magical anomaly. No one really knows how to just wade in and deal with him, whatever. My brain was always, yeah, it would make sense if he's like just magically, he's just I'm as strong as you +1. Like, the perpetual, it's not necessarily infinite, but it is always going to be greater than you. Now, if you can overcome the other things that he is, then yes, you can absolutely take him out. Veggie thought, if I just eradicate everything in the area, including you, nothing will make it. And he was almost right. I mean, Goku has to make a Genki Dama and throw it at him. You know, it's effectively just like magic and energy and, you know, just chunks of earth and whatever. Just this big ball of hot, fiery death. It's just gonna burn you away forever. Cool. Yeah, alright, makes sense. I don't know what kind of properties it's going to have, and I'm not going to question it. Look, I've never hugged Buu. All I know is that he can restore eyesight, which I'd completely forgotten about until that clip came up on social media yesterday. And of course, my brain kept thinking, is this the one where he says, okay, he's not afraid of me, and then immediately punches the kid? No, he doesn't. Because you were all expecting that as the punchline, weren't you? Aha, you can see me now. Yay! Punch! We were all expecting it. Now, yes, a couple of them survived, and that sucks. Sir, could you stop dodging everything Krillin does? Please? I don't know. Mystic Gohan Super Buu was... I like how it was... Okay, the kid that doesn't like fighting, we once again gave him such a crazy power-up. And I'm going to use my cleverness to steal it. Thank you, bye. Like, oh, good. Here's stakes we didn't know we needed. Besides, we had to have Veggie come back from the dead, so he would have the halo too. And we had to see another who's it? Fusion. Gotta have a fusion going on. Okay, so there's a key card. I need that. You're gonna hit him with that. You're gonna hit him with that. Tension on, you can survive, and nobody else go out there. Normally, I would have been a Z card, which pretty much also would have guaranteed that it's going to actually land on each one of these guys and kill all of them. Didn't happen that way. That's fine. It's whatever. Okay. Now that we have delayed enough time here while fighting those guys, Goku should be here. And Goku is here. Thank goodness. If you cleared the training on King Kai's planet fast enough, Goku can show up the second you touch down on this section. Like Piccolo and Gohan are like, all right, we're done with our training, and here's Goku. Wait, what? Which is great and hilarious. I love it. Let me see. I wonder if I can even buy Yemas in the next world. Wait, isn't that my last Chi-Chi? That is my last Chi-Chi. Okay, so I have to use the Yema here. Alright, so this is just a nice little twofer. I'm not a Pokemon. I'm a Chaozu. A Chaozu. Look, Vegeta. A Chaozu. I'm going to have to hit Nappa, aren't I? My voice has been all sorts of raggedy as of late. Fun fact, I don't know how many of you are aware of this fact. You're probably aware of kidney stones. Did you know that saliva stones are a thing that exists as well? Guess what I found out that I've been dealing with for the past year, which occasionally just rubs against my vocal cords, or my throat makes it hard to swallow. So this is, oh, I forgot he has the Bakuatsu. Only his is technically ranged? Kind of forget that he has that attack. Oh well. Kaioken times 3, you know. Kyle what? So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and blow him up. It's extra funny if you try to use the, I don't care about any of those. Yamcha, go out there and do something. I really hope Nappa doesn't go for, okay. Nappa would have just straight up Yamcha right there. Well, no, see, cause I mean, yeah, it would obviously eclipse, like, just raw power ratings, obviously. But, I mean, just from the I don't know, world-breaking standpoint of immortality, I mean, look what Zamasu got out of that, who was already way more powerful than anything that Shenlong never possibly attempted to damage. But, I mean, giving that thing immortality, that's got to be a far cry, as opposed to, okay, but you're just +1 on strength compared to that guy. I still think it would be, like, magically. It could be something that could be generated and created and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so we're going to go off in the middle of nearly nowhere and fight. And by fight, I mean Goku's going to power up, and then we have to go back to the children. So, by beating... the one reason that you can get the Yajirobe card right here is that Vegeta can, if he wants to, he can go Warzen. And, you know, Giant Monkey Forward, times 10 strength. If you don't have a Krillin to be able to fight him, if Krillin died against Nappa somehow, which can be a thing that happens, you don't have a way of removing that from Vegeta. And so you get to just deal with that. That is not fun. So this was the instance right here, if you didn't already do it, where you would then go and get Yajirobe so that you would be able to try and prevent that from happening. I'm on the upper level, aren't I? I sure am. Come on, let me... Oh my gosh! Let me down! No! Yeah, it does, like, practically no damage. It is a holdout from the previous games, where, like, occasionally he would just show up and attack enemies for you, because hey, why not? Or in the instance something went Zaro, he would be able to take him out for you. Just useful to have, one to show him off, and I spent, what, 13 monies getting him, and I got 5 back for it. So it was just a fun little Easter egg. Yes, I did turn right around and sell him. Oh, speaking of which, I need to... Well, that 7's pretty good. I don't have a Yama... Okay, so I will save it, and I will go grab a Yama real quick. So I can go ahead and make a better... where am I going? What am I doing? Yeah. So I can make a better super card to be able to beat Veggie. A 7 is cutting it close. I don't want to cut it close. Cool. That raises the attack power of something to an 8, a Z. We want that. So I can just build a super card. Yeah, sure, why not? That one. Why not? Hello, what are you doing? Cool. Now we have the super card. We're going to walk right in. Goku is just immediately going to drop the hammer on Veggie, and hopefully his defense is low enough that he kills him. Because 18,000, you're not beating that with a bunch of guys that are at like 2,000 maybe as their offense. Now Goku is very, very slightly more powerful than Veggie right now because he used Kaioken. That will work, and that's what we're going to do. Where am I going? Up and around and up and down. We're going to save it just in case something bad goes bad happens or bad goes here. I don't know. Words are stupid and I don't like using them occasionally. Great. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and no one else is fighting because they will get one shot. Kaioken Kamehameha. Do they miss out on the 2 or is it just Kamehameha? Because normally those are counted as the mouth flaps and those work. I don't know if he kills on a 3 defense. We'll see. He didn't kill on a 3 defense. The Veggie's got 240 hit points, so dodge this and counter. Come on, dodge and counter. Dodge and counter. Dodge and counter. No, that's a headbutt. No, that's a headbutt. Well, I got one more shot at him. Annoyingly, I didn't want to have to use, like, another attack. Come on, counter. Come on, counter. Come on, counter. That's not a counter. And now I need another key card. That's why you buy extras of these. So I'm just going to hedge my bets. I'm going to go for the superpower right chair. And nuke him from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Alright, let's go. Kamehameha? Is that what we're going with here? Because on the regular ones of those, you can tell he says Kamehameha. Like when Veggie says Bakuhatsuha, the U sound is, since it's on low, it is not emphasized, so he only gets the Bakuhatsuha images shown. Anyways, that's Veggie. He's done and dead, and clearly Goku got beat up, so he now needs to go to the hospital. Because of course he does. Everyone else, that's right, Gohan, Krillin, and the other 3 children are now going to Namek, which is going to make this interesting. Hooray. Alright, what am I doing here? I'm going to have more coffee. Alright, here we go. We are headed. Yes. What am I doing? What am I saying? What's going on here? I don't even know anymore. 34 days later. Smell that nice green air. Hey guys, are we sure it's safe to be out here? Hey look, it's 2 more Xehanort. Nope, no it is not. We should go. And we finally get the Dragon Radar. We didn't have it before, by the way. We just knew where to go. So, we're gonna do the stupid thing first. Hey, you remember those 2 orbs that we just saw? Hey, you know how that's Huey? What are my cards at right now? Okay, I need, I've only got 2. Where's the shop? Nope, that's wrong. Oh, I was supposed to refly that. No, that's fine. So everything out here is pretty powerful. We don't want to fight them. Great. I mean, Shop Huey's wonderful, but I wanted to have, one more, Key Blast, and that should be... No, it's further right? Is it further right? It is further right. Oh, I always missed that one. No, so it's over here down. No, it is not. Oh my god! It's up around the corner? Is that this one? That has the Chi-Chis that I'm looking for? Oh my god, what is happening? I'm just trying to find one more Key Blast. It's either that or I spend all of my oolongs. I don't want to spend my oolongs. There it is. Okay, thank you. Normally I would have just afforded it because, Except, you know, I bought that lunch card earlier. So let's go do a flyby on Frieza and his goons. Or I guess I'm gonna still get into a fight. I should have that turned off. It should be turned off. What is happening here? Yeah. Professional. I mean, okay. So we should do a quick little drive-by on just north of there is where Frieza and his goons are. They're threatening people. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these Chi-Chis. I'm going to power up that card. You can't do 3 at a time because we're actually doing a separate little trick here. Now, when we beat when we beat Veggie, hey look, it's Kiwi. By the way, we should not be fighting this guy right now. That's not a number that you want to see. But thankfully, when we beat Veggie, he gave us this card, which lets us summon him for one fight. And this is one of the 2 translation situations. So we don't know what happens there, but we're going to go ahead and auto-fight. And Kiwi should just be like, yeah, I'm going after Veggie because he's my nemesis, which is good because he will destroy everybody else here. So let's not let that be a thing. Now, whenever you auto-fight, your highest power person is going to grab predominantly Ki Blast first. Secondly, if it exists, their own preferred fighting style, and then third, whatever the most powerful card is. Great. Oh, this might go badly. We shall see. We'll see what happens here, but hopefully nothing too bad. Woof. Krillin. Buddy. Woof. Oh, is Yamcha dead? Oh, that's a dead Yamcha. Well, then I hope things don't wind up happening the way that I think they do, because it's also going to be a dead Chaozu. Yep, okay, well. Whew! Not good. Not good at all. In fact, pretty bad. Because we're pretty much not going to be able to hurt this guy. So what we're trying to do is ideally 2-round him before Kiwi gets the chance to start killing people. And if he kills Krillin, that might be... Yeah, okay, so we're going to restart that. Okay. It's either that or we can try to 3-round him and go for world record strats, but the odds of that happening are so incredibly low that let's not even risk it. So I'm not going to risk it. By summoning Veggie and then having him just immediately roll up on Kiwi and beat him down, gives us a little more in the way of battle power so we can actually try to compete against some of the other things that are going to be coming up. And also, well, we can slightly better chances at running. We have to fight him eventually, and we don't really get that much more powerful. If anything, there's just like more items that we can work with. But again, if he's one-shotting guys, not very useful. So I just go ahead and do it now. Hopefully Veggie manages to take him out in 2 rounds. Or he'll not hit him at all. Okay, sure, go for that, but that's fine. Bad guys in this game actually have a chance of attacking twice, which is interesting and weird, but, you know, go with it. Also, the higher the battle power, the more often they dodge, which I think grants them a better chance of countering. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, because maybe the only times that I'm actually remembering them countering more often is because I saw it and went, oh man, that guy's dead. Okay, Yamcha, go for it. You hit him with your face. You did damage. Look at that. I love it. Chaozu can't. You ain't doing nothing, brother. Oh my god, you hit him? Okay, you did 1 damage. That means he can't counter. That's incredible. Alright, so now we're on to round 2. I'm going to go ahead and make that the most powerful card. I probably should have used the lowest defense. Oh well. Does anybody need life? I don't think anybody needs life. No, he didn't do nothing to us, so I can just auto-pick. Now Veggie is going to go first, and fun fact, the Final Flash does exist in this game. If you have a 7 or 8 star attack, Final Flash that's what his secondary attack will be, which has a higher modifier, and Kiwi rolled a 1 defense, so this is going to be a dead Kiwi. Alright, that is very, very good. I am fine with that. And now we all take our level ups, we bid Vegeta adieu, and now we get to go do something even stupider, which is, well, we're riding pretty high on that win right there. Let's go find Frieza. Oh, actually, by beating Kiwi, Frieza and all of his guys disappear off of the map. They are right here, or they'll put me into a fight. Okay, that's different. I don't want to be in this fight. Ooh, that's awesome key card, though. Yeah, okay, so, hey, look. Everybody get a good look at them, right? There they are. Oh, it actually let me into the house. That's weird. That doesn't happen very often. We're not going to fight Dodoria. Not so much. We're going to roll up on Dodoria doing what Dodoria does, which is somehow saying mouth beam while holding his mouth open and destroying a bunch of locals, saying, where's the Dragon Ball? Followed by our brave heroes deciding they don't want nothing to do with that. The brave space duck. And ninja kick. Quack! So, you know what I absolutely love in my role-playing games is a bullet dodging game. It is absolutely wonderful to have one of these in my game. And the first few attacks are very simple. He's going to fire straight forward. You just have to tap down a little and you dodge it. I'm going to go all the way up here to bring him back to center. Now, these aren't going to hit, and he's going to fire 4 of those, and then he's going to fire 4 that fly straight at you, and then at the last chance, bank up or down. I'm sorry, it's 6 and 6. So I don't have to move at all for a good series of time, for about half of the fight. Now I'm going to have to dodge once he throws a curly cube. Great. Now is when we actually have to worry about moving. And pretty much all it amounts to is moving just a little bit in case it's a straight shot, so I can dodge it. And that's it. If you hold in that direction, yeah, sure, you'll hit one of the ones that move off at the last second, or one of the curly cubes. And we're just not going to do that. We're just going to do that, and then that. You can drag him all the way down to the top or bottom of the screen, and he'll start firing. The orbs will leave the screen faster. Which means that, oh, by the way, there's the other mistranslation, and we got a guru card. He will start, like, since the orb leaves the screen sooner, he'll be firing faster and faster. It does nothing to speed up the game. It really just makes it harder on you, the player, and why would you do that? So, here's a couple of Namekians. We saved Dead Day, and we don't speak Namekian. I don't know why they call him Emmy here, but whatever. We don't speak Namekian, so if you go straight to those guys and you talk to them, they will fight you because they do not know who you are and they just assume you're part of Frieza's fighting force. If you beat them, congratulations, you beat them, and now the Namekians are against you too, and it's a game over. If you lose to them, you lost to them and you died. It's a game over. So don't go talk to those guys. It's not a good plan. You don't want to do that. So instead, we're going to go walk into this cave. Actually, how am I on oolongs? 3? 3's low, but we can do it. It depends on how good I am at the step count at this point. 3, 4, and we save it just to play it safe. I keep forgetting to do that. So, there is a step count in this game. It, by and large, goes in a repetition of, if you're constantly moving, it is a repetition of 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 4, 2, I think that's right. Okay, so that was a 3, not a 2. Okay! You're probably going to see that a lot. Is that, well, I thought I had it, and I didn't. Oh, well, there goes that really good key card. RPG with shmup? There's a couple of those. Well, there is the game literally called Shmup. What do I do? Which is that you slowly level up, you equip different pieces of gear to give you different stats and different weaponry that have different abilities, and also when you level up, those do more damage. There's also RPG shooter Star Wish, which is really more the same, but you're actually upgrading specific stats on your level ups. And like a lot of other shooters, you actually just have the different weaponry that you can cycle through, which are then modified by your stats. I know, because I run both of those games. I'm not good at them. I am, in fact, bad at shooters. What is... We're gonna... Okay, so there's proof that run goes away, and I did just save it. And yeah, then then there's Guardian. Yeah, there's several. There's several. That is... let me keep mashing start. That's not what I meant to do. That's still off, right? Okay, good. The other good news about trying to stay on the step count is that this will reset it a little bit, and nope, that was not 3, so never mind the resetting it. Oh my god, what is happening? Guys, what is happening? Look, I only got a couple more oolongs. I'm not spending them yet. Oh, that was before I even used one of them. Oh, well, whatever. 30 seconds on a reset, it sucks. Alright, so is this one actually going to be 4 this time? Two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Ah, it was 3. Okay, 4, 3, 3. It does change in different sections of the cave as well. It's just, I don't know, like on a hard reset, it's something that you kind of get a feel for, and oh, no wonder I'm off of the step count. How many freaking resets did I have before fighting Raditz? Oh, man, so this is going to be just completely winging it by ear, isn't it? This is going to be occasionally remember to save. I should be able to get there. Yep. So we're just going to loot this entire cave. This is just about the only opportunity we're going to do that. You even see me solve the game, but you actually have to pause slightly for that, whatever that battle counter is going to be to move past you. During the, I'm going to say air quotes, glitchless tasks of this, there's a number of times where you just see him do that, and you're like, hey, what's that all about? Oh, that's him skipping a fight entirely, and we're not really that great at doing that. What am I doing? Cool. Yeah. What am I doing? Self, right, capsule. Oh, yeah, so skip that one. I was going to say, one of these is a Chi-Chi. Is it that one? No, it is not. I did get the Grandpa Gohan, though, right? I kind of need that. Okay, good. Yay. Here's a hole in the wall, which normally I would not suggest doing, but, you know, there's a Mega Elixir in there, which you would think, ooh, great. Again, when you level up, you get, oh, bull, I say, bull, come on, what are you doing? Last chance, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and use an oolong then. Just refresh that right out of the gate. Yeah, really, you want to see a Z somewhere, that means you're going to get the max opportunities to run, which is still only going to be 8. That's fine. So we have money to the left, and, what is it, Kaio? Kinkai. And it actually resets once I get to this 4 spot. Of course it does, and I didn't get to the 4 spot. There we go, cool. Ow. So left is money, down is a Kaio-sama, aka Kinkai. Because, oop, there's that audio glitch. If you do it at the exact time as like that certain note hits in the music of the game, it pings and is wonderful. We love hearing like, hey, tinnitus, how you doing? Why? Why would you? Ow. So, the other reason that I take the QE fight ahead of doing this cave, because, like, at the end of this cave is a Dragon Ball, and you get that Dragon Ball, and QE immediately jumps out. Like, you leave the cave, and you do not get to do anything. He immediately teleports to your location, and he's like, hey, gimme. I'm not going to do that. So you got to fight him, because of course you do. Ooh, there's those black Cybermen I was talking about. I don't want to fight any of you guys. Honestly, the more annoying thing about them, because those ones only have like, I think it's 88 hit points. By turning into a member of your party, let me see, who has the most hit points right now? Okay, attention on. Yeah, he'd have about 200 hit points. You know, almost as much as the bosses we've been fighting. Regular enemy. And he's not going to give you any more experience for beating him in the powered-up form. So, now combat is turned off in the cave because we have a different nemesis, and that's these big rolling balls. 1. So check this out. 2. I know I'm not moving. Wait for it. That's 5. That's 6. I want you to listen to the music. 7. 8. 9. Hooray. Oh, there's one more. Oh, well. So, Each one of those does a percentage amount of your current health. Not max health, but current health, which is why you cannot die from having them run over you. And as I mentioned before, if you get low enough in life, you can actually generate a Zenkai boost. I keep forgetting to actually test that out and give myself an item. Like, I'd have to take a couple more orbs to have Gohan get damaged enough for that to matter. However, Gohan has a secondary thing that's going for him, which is when he's low on life like that, or when a partner of his in the party is low on life like that, he loses his mind. He goes crazy for one turn in a fight. He will then go out of his way to power up and do about 25% more damage and attack multiple times. That's important because we're going up against Dodoria. Alright, what am I doing here? Hang on, what are we doing? Shop, blah blah blah. Goku, Korin, Shenlong. That sounds about right. Goku, Korin. Yeah. I don't need the... Well, I don't really need the King Kai. I'm going to buy it. Okay, so in terms of cards, I need a Ki Blast that I can power up to max. Using a King Yemma. Do I have a King Yemma? I don't. And I only have 2 Chi-Chi. So I need one more Chi-Chi. Which is in the top right, now that I remember. And I need 4 of these. I need 2 Grandpa Gohans. I'm going to need a Bukajutsu. I'm going to need a Lunch. I'm going to need a Scouter. And everything else is going to be those Chi-Chis that I still need, right? Because I got 1, 2... So I need 2 more, and I have enough for 2 more, and I have my 4 of those, 2 of those, and escape moves. Great. Sorry, shopping is important to make sure you don't do it wrong here. So before I do any of that, by the way, there is a second Namekian child. He is hiding inside this building. And while we are super weak because I allowed those rocks to beat the hell out of me, I would really prefer to not be getting into a fight right now. So we're going to collect our last party member, NG, and I'm pretty sure that actually shuts off combat, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go out and shut off combat myself while I go collect that last. It's never that way. Nope, it was straight up. While I go and collect the last Chi-Chis that I need to be able to do the thing with the thing. Nope, it's up. Or wait, is it this one up? I think this is the one I always get stuck on, and then I realize it's not it. Yep, it's always that one that I go to and then never remember. Okay, so it's the one that's south of the mountains southeast of here. Great. And I never remember a good way to get there, so we're just going to fly through a bunch of this stuff. There's nothing in that building. Everything here is just flavor. That's a training building, and that's an inn. But I want my characters to be weak right now, so we're not going to the inn. Wait, what? What? Is it back to the right? I swear to God, I need a map for this place. And also a nap for this place. Hey. Alright, this is annoying because it should have been here? Where the heck is that other shop? Oh no, it's south of the Namekians that we already visited and then left to right there. Okay. Hey! Look, the maps are large. I don't have them memorized per se, even though I probably should. And I have exactly enough of the 3 that I need. Good. This is planning correctly. Really all this is telling you is that Dodoria is serious business, and we don't want to risk that. Alright. In case you're wondering where he is, well, I was wondering the same thing too. And then eventually somebody says, hey, you should go check on Bulma. I'm like, well, why on earth would I want to do that? They're giving you a hint, Goofy. You should go back to the ship. So I need 2 in each one of these rounds. 2 super powerful... Oh no, don't do that. I'm going to go ahead and save it in case I don't wind up accidentally doing that again. Because I do not want to get into a fight right now because, again, everybody's super weak and I'm building these cards to be able to beat a boss and not deal with a regular enemy. No, she actually scuttled off to that cave that Krillin ruined, and here's Dodoria. He managed to track down our ship. Don't know how. And he blowed it up. That's not very cool. We don't like that at all. So now we're going to fight you. Like, oh no, Bulma. Yamcha's the only one that cares. Good on you, Yamcha. So we do not want him loose and we do not want him having good defenses. So a Piccolo card reduces that. Grandpa Gohan prevents him from doing anything. This Guru card powers up Gohan to a very strong amount. And this King Kai card powers up Tenshinhan to a pretty good strong amount. Now Gohan, the most powerful, has a 15 power attack, and then Tenshinhan has the 20. So you might as well. And everybody else is going to burn off the crap cards. I don't want them, and then let's go. Because Dodoria does not get the chance to move. Which, darn, what's going to happen here? I mean, yeah, it's Claus could. Who cares? And kaboom! Goes the Dynamo. Goes the Dynamo. Sure why not. It's a lot of damage. Gohan is very angry. So he's going to do this in a few more hits. Look, Yamcha, if everything goes right, Yamcha survives this entire game. He never dies. Same with Tenshinhan, same with Krillin, Gohan, Piccolo. Well, Piccolo he died. I mean, what are you going to do about it? Yeah. It's kind of hard. Like, if you try to... Even if you have him survive the fight against Nappa, the game includes a cutscene of him dying to Nappa. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Ooh, Gohan going for broke on this one. Yes, nuke him from orbit. Yes. Headbutt? No. Oh well. The cat. He desperately wants to be in my lap, and he's being extra whiny about it. And that extra shot from Gohan means I can actually save a Chi-Chi card, which is pretty good. I like that. That's good. I'm fine with this. Nobody's really doing much of anything, because of course they're not. You're trying to fight somebody who's 10 times as powerful than you. You did 3 damage. You darn sure better feel special about that. Nope, can't even hurt him. Just can't even hurt the guy. Nor should you. Alright, so you got another Grandpa Gohan. We're not going to let you off the loose. Do you? Yeah, I'm going to just spend it so you don't get the chance to do anything. We have to build a couple more super cards. Hello, hey button, why didn't you do the thing there? He's gonna get blown up, so let's have some fun with it. I'm gonna do that, which will nuke him from orbit. Those of you who might not realize it, he does have the 4-man, the 4-man blast, splits into 4, guaranteed. You cannot dodge it, which is cool beans. Interesting thing is if it's the Z form, not only is it the 4-man blast, he splits into 4 and does a kickahoo. Like, oh, this is guaranteed to land, and this is guaranteed to be awesome. Just doesn't even show the 4 beams coming in from 4 directions. It's just, you explode. I'm fine with it. It doesn't do as much damage as a regular kickahoo. It just... Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was a good one. It turns out the final boss is Chao Tzu. Yeah, like, guy gets ported into Yamcha and realizes, ooh, I need to train up as soon as possible to try and beat the Nameks. Or not the Nameks, the Saiyans. So he goes and trains with Mail. It's great. I love it. It's wonderful. So that was Dodoria. Oh no. Hey, he gave us another Mega Elixir, which sells for 60 money. We're gonna be holding on to that. No, that's not true. We're gonna sell it as soon as we can. Alright, look, Bulma's alive. It's okay. No one freak out. We're fine here. So Goku's now gonna be making his way out in his faster ship that has a muffin button. And also training! Channels the 4 memes coming in from 4 different directions. You know what? Yeah, why not? That doesn't sound like something that Tenshinhan would do, but, I mean, yeah, why not? Because he's very serious. He's the serious one of the group. Every time you do training in this, you can train anywhere from 10 times gravity all the way up to 100 times gravity. Spoilers, it's the same amount of experience each time. It's 2 levels. If you succeed, you get 2 levels. So if you do it 100 times gravity, you get 2 levels. Don't ever waste your time. I like the fact that they included it, and it's a complete waste of time. Alright, more coffee. I'm almost done with that coffee, and I have a second one next to me ready to go. See, I planned for this. Didn't plan for the the annoying throat stuff, but I mean, what are you going to do there? My stupid... We've established my saliva glands don't like me very much. I always thought those were your lymph nodes, like right there to the left and right below your chin. No, those are saliva glands. So every time those were swelling up and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be getting sick, well, you're not wrong, but it's not for the reasons that you think. Oh, Goku, what are you doing? Okay, fine. It's because the ship went first. And then after this, we get to go do Piccolo's training, because Piccolo made it to King Kai's planet all by himself. Sure, why not? And then he gets to do training too, because sure, why not? Interesting. I vaguely understood what you were talking about, Mechalink. Great. And I already checked those. Those cards are pretty good, so I should be able to steamroll these. So Piccolo's got to do the same training, 10, 6, 3, and then he does not fight King Kai, because King Kai don't want none of these hands. And that's probably rightfully so. Yeah. Same, High Spirits, same. Did you fail on that first try? I know I didn't give you a great card, but yeah, you just... One defense, and you just straight up... Piccolo, what are we going to do with you? You gonna fail again? Okay, good. I was like, don't tell me now, man. Tell me why. Yay, Bubbles. Just kicking it in the background. Let's go, Bubbles. See, I only wanted to use 3 cards here, but like, the game's gonna... You better not make me spend that really, really good card there. I'm trying to avoid using that one. Not the Key Blast. Key Blast is fine. Yay! And I get to do that again and again. This is why it is not. He survives this. Ooh, that's also really good. Let's see if I can one round this one. I don't think I can, but let's see if I can. It is 1 defense. Nope. Wanted to one round it. Didn't happen. It's nearly there. Good enough. Oh, and he still falls on his head. Of course he does. Take that one. Let's go with this one. I mean, Piccolo is almost twice as powerful as Nappa now. He's definitely more powerful than Nappa and Raditz combined, so it's not a big issue. What are we talking about? What's happening? What are we doing? I don't even know anymore. Let's see if you can one round it again. We'll give it another shot. Can you do it? It's not against the 2 defense. No. Okay. Well, yeah, he died against Nappa on Earth. It is unavoidable unless you glitch the game. Which, even then, if you glitch the game, after beating Dodoria on Namek, it will still, even if Piccolo could be in your party when you beat Dodoria, and then the game will then still go to this section of the game where he's just dead, and now you have to fight Nappa and Raditz at the same time. Spoilers! Hey guys, look who it is. Do I have a better card? No. Well, let's check and make sure that the lunch card's gonna work first. Okay, so the lunch card worked. And I'm not gonna worry about spending like a huge amount of anything on this, because this will be enough to definitely kill for the 3rd time in the row. The 3rd time in the row. Raditz is like, is that the green guy? Is he firing that drill beam thing again? That's a lot of damage on Nappa. You don't get a headbutt follow-up if you're using key blasts that were modified by lunge, because it kind of breaks the game in an interesting way. Whenever you try to... excuse me. Whenever you try to... I completely lost track of where that sentence was going to go. Yeah, it'll try to do like an attack and then does not give you the option of doing the follow-up. And in the few instances where that could be a thing that can happen, the game gets confused graphically and doesn't really know what to do. And hopefully we'll be seeing that in the near future. That's a slight spoiler. Nappa's going to get his 2 attacks. He's going to desperately try to land an attack against Piccolo. I keep hoping Piccolo will counter. Piccolo does not counter. Piccolo, you just use your own preferred fighting style and see if you can just punch him out real quick. Please. That's a dead Nappa. Well, dead. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Good work, Piccolo. That should not be a gold split. Oh, it's after this cutscene. I was gonna say something's not right there. I mean, yeah. Look, if you choose to go ahead and go with the alternative timelines, cool. If you want to go with modifying the singular timeline, which has horrifying consequences, because that means you're deleting the rest of that timeline. That's also a thing you can choose to go with in your own writing. Look, you're the writer. You get to choose and ignore whatever rules it is that you want to. Yes, Piccolo finally got to punch him to death. We're all fine with it. It's here. That's the split. Okay, I was going to say, there's no way that was a gold split. You had to punch out Nappa. There's no way that was faster. And it was not. Oh, I lost 7 seconds. There you go. Alright, we're just gonna go away now. In fact, we're gonna walk. Alright, cool. Why? And Bulma's gonna hang out. So I need 2... what am I talking about? Talking about... Wait, is it further up? No, further right. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I need two bubbles cards. Technically, you get 4. What do I have on the notes here? So we're going to sell the Shenlong because I have to if I'm going to be able to afford anything. Nope, that was Chi-Chi. Crap, I need that Chi-Chi back. You sell Chi-Chis, right? No! Oh, no. That's another... I'm not fighting any bosses anytime soon, so that's not a big problem. So bubbles. 1. Cool. And then Scouter. I do have both Scouters, right? Pretty sure I do. Scouter, 1 Chi-Chi. We don't have to worry about right this second. Couple Gohans and an escape. Okay. Cool. Oh, I need the 1 Chi-Chi. Well, no, I don't even need the 1 Chi-Chi right this second because I would do more shopping by the time I go fight that boss. Anyways, alright, what are we doing? Okay, so we haven't talked about like the bubbles item yet, which actually gets a heck of a lot more play in the glitched run. So you can turn off combat when you were on the overworld. When you're flying, you again tap Y 3 times and turn on X, and it does the super key movement. It also turns off combat, and then like if you have to turn it back on again, you can land and then fly again. Land, fly. I just call it refly, and then do it again Y 3 times and hit X. You can't do it more than twice without like changing the scene. So that means entering a different location, like a shop or a cave or something. Which worked great. And I just got the item I need. Where's my escape? That's my escape. In locations inside places like this, there you can't fly. We're not going to count that. You can't fly, so you need to be able to... You can use an item. Bubbles is an item that will turn off combat when you are in those locations. Very useful. Unfortunately... We're going to get rather loaded up on items to be able to handle a number of things that are going to be coming up. Let me see. What am I doing here? Sorry. So it's not this one, right? No. Emmadao, Chi-Chi. It is a different shop. Of course it is. Yep. Marathon is no lunches, 5 Chi-Chis, 2 Yemmas. Great. Okay, so we're here on Namek. We're here on Namek to collect the Dragon Balls, correct? Oh, and by the way, there is a, I know there's lots of locations in the game where you can, like, stop and search the pots, and no one ever thinks that there's going to be anything. Here's, like, the one that I know of. Look at that, I just got, I don't know why it says it's from Roshi, but I just got 58 coins. Don't know why that one, and I haven't found any other ones. The only other one I can think of is that one where that small child is hiding. By the way, there's a Dragon Ball, we're not going to collect that. Instead, we're going to visit this house, if I can land, on Namek. You were not very clear about where. No! Anyways, we give this guy 2 Scouters. I don't know why. He gives me a Toad. He also gives me a Piccolo card, which, again, allows me to, if I want to, I can just look at what enemies have as their card is going to be, their offense and defense, which is very useful. If I want to, I can then change it to a 1-1 and off-brand version of things that they want to do if I want to use the card. I don't even have to use the card to have that be a thing. So this is what I'm doing here. I need 3 of you, and I need 5. I guess 4 now? Is it 4 now, Chi-Chis? There's the 1 Yema, 1 Chi-Chi, so I'm at 4 Yemas. Okay, so I can actually sell that Yema because I don't talk to him at all, whatever. So I don't need that one. I'm definitely going to need the Grandpa Gohans, and I'm at, I think it was 3, so that's 4. No, that's 5. I don't know, I'm buying 1 extra just in case. And then it's going to have to be, I have 2 Grandpa Gohans, I'm going to need a couple more, and then Oolongs. I have 1 Oolong. I have 2 of those, 3, 4. I do need 1 more Chi-Chi because I can count extremely well. I know you would think, how come you're not getting the powered up ones? Don't worry about that. Let me see. In reality, I only really need like 2. No, it's not that one. I only really need like 2 more Grandpa Gohans. And that's not even a necessity because it's like 3 is the necessity. Maybe they're not necessarily. But Oolongs. Fill up the rest on these so that I can try to run as much as I can. Yeah, never math. I once tried to do drug math on a stream, tried to figure out like statistics of what the crit rate on the base rapier was in D&D like 3rd edition. You're like, okay, so it's like a 18 to 20 crit rate doing 1.6 damage, and then the crit's going to do double, which is going to be 2 to 12, and then, okay, so what is the 3/20ths of the 2 to 12 average damage, which I guess is going to be 7. 3/20ths of that added to the 16 or 17/20ths of the 1 through 5. Oh, my brain! Don't do that. And I had been drinking at the time. I'm pretty sure whatever number I may have come up with was not correct. And I'm not going to calculate that right this second. Instead, we're going to walk around in a cave. There's a little bit of a grace period before the enemies showed up. But that's fine. So we have a whole bunch of Oolongs, so we can constantly restock. Sold to me for math. Yay! Wait, I hate math. For dollars. Yay! Man, I'm going to spend dollars. Oh, man. I always forget after doing a save that I need to pause a little bit longer, like that. Oh! But not right then, because the next fight's immediately coming up. So we learned that, like, I understand the properties of the step count, and sometimes I've been very good at it, and sometimes it kicks me in the teeth. I'm gonna drink some more coffee. Enjoy the cave music. There's that sound. It's so weird to think about that early Super Nintendo games, they did not have some sort of a flag or whatever to remember that where the music left off when there was a scene transition. It's so weird, right? I mean, think about all those older Super Nintendo games, like, well, okay, you're hearing it here, but like, think about anytime you've ever watched like an FF4 speedrun. Anytime they're getting into a fight in one of the caves, and so they come back into the cave music. Yeah, you hear it over and over because it'll start up you're in a fight, and then they run from the fight, and it starts right back up with the strings sweeping back and forth every time. It wasn't until later on when they figured out the way to keep track of where the music was in that section of the music. Oh yeah, thank goodness this is not one of the games that has passwords. Yeah, no. Now I will say something, it does make interesting memories, I will say, for a lot of us, for a lot of those games, where you got kind of used to that. So it's that like weird, you actually get a little bit of a joy from hearing the rest of the music play out. Show of hands. I'm one of them. You can't see me putting my hand up, but I was one of them. If it was a game that did not have a sound test, it was a game that had certain music that you wanted to listen to. Excuse me. So you would go to where that music played in the game. And pause the music in some way, or like, you're not going to get into a fight or something, but you're just going to let the music sit there and play and repeat, and that's what you would listen to it. I'm talking about before the days of MIDI files, folks. For those of you who don't remember, MIDI files were rudimentary musical files that people like myself badly made from trying to remember how certain tracks went in the games themselves, because they couldn't be bothered to try and pull them up and listen to them anymore. Yeah, no, that was, I did that. Oh yeah, no, the 8 channels are like going all the way back to the Nintendo where it was 3, 5 if they were extra robust. Like, we're not going to allow any sound channels for any sound effects going on in this game. We're using it all for the music, baby. Woo! Fun fact, Nobuo Uematsu didn't actually start incorporating drums into his compositions for Final Fantasy games until Final Fantasy III. Go back and check. There were no drums in any Final Fantasy music until the third one on the Nintendo. No one ever heard that one, though, so why would you know? Hey, I still use an MP3 player. I bought an El Cheapo $40 Android phone that I can punch a SIM card into that holds, or not a SIM card, a micro SD card that has all of my music on it. Boy, Chaozu took a pound in there. Put that on there, and it, Wi-Fi connects to my headphones, and that's what I listen to at work. It has lasted for 11 years. It is a wonderful touchscreen MP3 player. I cannot recommend it enough. If you want an air quotes iPod, touchscreen, all that jazz, just get yourself a cheap, an El Cheapo iPhone or Android phone. It works. Doesn't have to be unlocked and nothing. Did I not make that a Z-powered key blast? Because I really felt Gohan should have done more than 38 there. Oh well. I miss audio cassettes. Those were great too. Show of hands. Who was recording songs off of the radio by trying? All right, we know the songs are going to come up, so now I'm going to hit record on the old boombox. Record the tape. You always miss that first 30 seconds of the song, especially if the DJ's still talking over the start of it. Like, dude, just shut up and let me listen to the song I'm trying to record. I'm trying to pirate this and you are ruining things for me. Hey. Why aren't you downloading things off of LimeWire? I want to listen to it right now. I don't want to have to wait. I'm not going to... It's not going to come up in playlist or whatever. I don't know. I don't use Spotify. I got the same music that I listen to at the same time, the same days, every day, and I have for about 15 years now. I legitimately wonder if anyone has listened to the entire Final Fantasy soundtrack more than I have, because I will listen to 1 through 6 at least once every week and have for probably at least 20 years. I might have a problem. I will say this. I got bored with the music of this game pretty early on. So there's a reason why I was going back to listening to, Final Fantasy or, something from like Macross Plus. I don't know, just something Yoko Kanno did, whatever. How is this guy still alive? I'm just going to auto-fight him. Probably not a good idea, but let's let it go. And yeah, by the way, it's not Dodoria. They translated his name to Goku. I don't know why. The actual translation of his name, I think, is Boboria. Good old Bob. We're fighting Bob. No headbutts. I'm getting no headbutts. And the funny thing is, Bob eventually gets tired of you and just runs. He just leaves. Like, I'm out of here. Bye. All right, Chatsu. Get him. Get him. Let him know what's up. 1 damage. Ooh, headbutt. You're going all the way to 3 damage, ain't you? Called it. He's going after Yamcha. Yamcha's got a 7 defense. You're not going to do much. Even the headbutt wouldn't do anything. So how is this guy still... How are you still... Yeah, fine. You know what? Tension on. He can't run from that. Wait. No, I wanted somebody with a little more oomph in that. You do that. You do that. You need the defense, and you do nothing. Great. Oh, you're going to go right for Krillin, are you? I mean, he's still got a good defense. It's still a 4, so you shouldn't kill him. Unless you headbutt him. Okay, no headbutt. Okay, fine. I mean, yeah, like, we put in Yamcha, we actually cared about the character, we made him good. Like, thank you. I enjoy that. Kind of sad that we never got, we didn't get Mr. Satan. Where's Mark? I want to know where Mark is. So anyways, like, oh no, that wasn't the guy we thought it was. Alright, fine. Nope. Running. Okay, so I got one of those with the Z. Who needs... I mean, yeah, like, power scaling is fine and all, but Wolfang Fist, you exit, move to the other side. He's got his dive kick he can work off of. He's got his uppercut. Level 1 into level 3 is still a thing. It's great. I love it. I mean, the Wolfang Fist still gives you great pressure assist. I'm not good at the game at all, but Yamcha's never left my team. I keep pinging around with other people. Some are okay. Yeah. Worst comes to worst, I don't know. Pick a Saiyan. I don't know. Like most Dragon Ball fighting games that have ever existed. Oh, so half of the cast? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I know. And a fourth of them are Gokus. Yeah, I know. Look at that, Mr. Run. Woo! Oh, man. Oh, good lord. I mean, look, dude, like, in like 2000, when for some odd reason they ported over Final Bout, we were all losing our minds over here. We're like, you guys have no idea. This Dragon Ball is the coolest thing, and they actually brought us the GT one. And oh, now that I've played it, I've made a horrible mistake. Like, even then, when emulators existed, some of us have been playing the first 3 Budokai games. Or not Budokai, Budodens. We'd played Super Budoden 1, 2, and 3. Hell, if you were somehow able to get your hands on the card one from the Famicom, wasn't that great, but I mean, like, just the sheer roster numbers, like, this is alright, I can work with this. And then you, like, heard tell of, like, Budoden 20, or Super Battle 22/27. Yeah. I do apologize. I have chat on, like, a completely different screen, so I'm, like, looking all the way over to see what it is that I got missed out on and got caught up on and all that. I did collect that item, didn't I? Okay. Because it's a Grandpa Gohan. You're gonna want some of those. So I'm still gonna need a Piccolo and a Guru card that are up here. Helps if I save the game again. That's not saving the game, and you know what, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and use a new one, because those are terrible. Ooh, that's it. Oh, there's your Z. That's going to give me all the turns that I need. I have to go and collect these 2 capsules up here now, because they disappear when the cave reshapes itself. The cave reshapes itself after talking to Guru, Super Tommy Guru. Oh yeah, the game was colossal amounts of jank. And, okay, proof positive that I've played the game and I haven't watched just whatever videos of whatever. Like, people running it online. And I'm sure they might have been out there, whatever. I was one of the guys that, like, okay, I want to see what, like, every different voice line against every other voice character in the game is. And you get to Pan, and it's like, I'm never gonna lose to someone like you. And she says it to everybody. Like, they didn't bother recording. I think there's, like, a second line that she says. And then you're like, okay, fine, we're gonna get to just, she has to say something different in the mirror match, right? Why is there another me? I'm never gonna lose to someone like, oh my god. She only says 2 things. Oh. Oh yeah, you want to talk about unbalanced. Like, don't even play the 22/27. Like, it doesn't even matter. Oh yeah, you can unlock Roshi and Kid Goku and Mr. Satan. Okay, yeah, he has a rocket pack. I don't care, it's kind of neat. But just, I'm going to stun lock everybody with anything. Like, I don't like this very much. This isn't fun to me. What am I doing? Alright, we gotta go visit Guru. And in we go. So we're going to lose the Namekian children. That's how it's going to go. I don't even know which conversation we're talking about anymore. Don't shoot. Oh, no, yes. Fantastic. Don't shoot. He's not black. Oh, Trunks. Ah, good stuff. I remember that. I think I don't know what everybody else's reaction to that was. I know mine was jaw hitting the floor going, you can't say that, can you? You guys, you had to have known. You had to have known. Alright, so Guru powered us up a little bit. It's the equivalent of 3 levels. Not much in this section of the game. Not really going to help us out too much. A little bit better towards trying to run from fights, but it didn't happen there, so we're going to do that. Oh, God. Good old Imoen. Oh, wait, are we talking about, oh no, she's taking too much damage and she's running away? Is that where we're going with the Imoen commentary? I just remember Yoshimitsu constantly saying, Yokata. So there's ne. And then, the game's old enough, you're not getting. So then he dies and you return his heart home. Yeah, I said it. That's a shame, because I kind of liked him. I liked Yoshimitsu. He was my go-to, like, de-trapping person, which, in retrospect, not the person you want de-trapping things. I mean, neither was, oh my goodness, that was 2 oolongs. Well, rip Sid's living room, or whatever room, I don't know. What are we talking about? I mean, like, between him and, for some odd reason, I got the wild hair that you were supposed to be using Jan Jansen to try and de-trap stuff. No, he lays traps, and then uses an interesting amount of magic, and then his specialty crossbow. That's what he's there for. You don't have him de-trapping stuff. I don't remember who the quality de-trapper was, outside of I had made a monk in Baldur's Gate 1, exported him into Baldur's Gate 2, and my way of de-trapping things was that monk would run across the trap and go, oh, hey guys, check that out, that went off. And of course he survived it, and everybody else is looking at him like, what? Except for the Crusher Walls, when you got to that island fortress in Chapter 2. That one killed everybody, and I'm not surprised by that in the least. And then there was the one time where I had Animan in the party and he just got crit by vampires, and I wonder why his portrait suddenly didn't exist anymore. Oh, fitting way for the wannabe paladin to go out. Or not paladin, he was a cleric. Cleric. Who's the paladin in that group? I don't remember. I know I eventually gave him that sword that you got off of that red dragon. I don't remember who it was because I didn't use it. But as dumb as it sounds, I predominantly used like evil people, but still continued to do good things despite their not wanting to be that way. Like Viconia, you could convert her over. I had Minsk, why not? I had Jan Jansen because he was a character, and I greatly enjoyed having him there. I did have the who's the crazy red mage? You know, the one that no one really liked. He constantly insulted everyone around him. Called him simians and such. He was a lot of fun. And it was a freaking powerhouse. Okay, guys, we're going to be rolling into this fight. What do you want to do? I have summoned 42 demons. They will all fight for us. Cool. Everyone take 5. It's going to bother me because I can't think of his name. He was in the first one. He was like tied to somebody else, and he desperately wanted to kill Minsk's little fairy friend, who I think wound up dying anyways. I don't remember. There's like those bonded groups of characters from the first one. There was Minsk and somebody. There was Jaheira and I don't remember her boyfriend's name. And there was other people, and I can't remember this. Oh well, whatever. I don't know what's going on here. Why am I still in this fight? Get me out of this fight. Thank you. What is happening here? My goodness. Fights are dumb, and I don't like them. As long as I'm remembering to save, that means we move a little bit further in the cave. It's right about here. Yep, it was. I just didn't pause. Hey! Okay, moving on. So we just get... No, well... Was Korgan... No, Korgan was like the evil dwarf, right? His first thing to you was like, hey, you want to go help me rob a crypt? I'm like, no. Who was the archer that constantly got into fights with somebody? I want to say, no, I can't even remember. And I remember, eventually you're like a bard and other people, and you're like, these guys are cool, but I'm not even going to bother using this guy or that guy or whatever. You got your established party at that point. I had like evil people doing evil things, and I didn't care. Yeah. And I did not use him because I already had Minsk. What am I going to be using that guy for, right? Minsk and boost and ready. Can't exactly do the talking like the bull. That is not in my wheelhouse. But I do love the fact that Minsk came back for Baldur's Gate 3. And you ask how easy, they turned him into a statue, and now Minsk is back. I haven't played it yet. I know that's blasphemy. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Do they intentionally take up one of his two, like, belt slots, and it is dedicated solely... Oh, that was actually wrong. It is dedicated solely to holding Boo. Is that a thing? Tell me that's a thing. I hope that's a thing. I mean, dwarf insults, sure, but I had Jan Jansen, which was close enough. He had gnome insults, constantly selling turnips to everybody, all that jazz. Good man. I liked Jan Jansen. He was my little short buddy, helped me out in the party. Plus, he had fairly good illusions and stuff. He was all right. Him and crazy red mage, whose name I cannot seem to remember, and is he still alive? No, that should kill you. So we're going to do an interesting little trick right here. It's why I have a whole bunch of extra resources. Because the game right now, after that fight, is going to create a save point, remembering what level I am at right this second. Which is kind of useful and kind of not. Because what I need to do is I need to stun Zarbon so he's not going to do anything. I need to power up Veggie so he's going to be hitting extra hard. And I need to be sending Veggie out there with the Bakuhatsuha and someone with as weak as Chaozu with a very little amount of life. And I have to hope that Vegeta attacks and uses... I remember Czar. Who are the two guys that joined the party in the first one? Like, one of them, when he got low on life, he was constantly yelling the better part of valor. And then just run off. And they were both deathly afraid of again, the red mage. I don't know why. I guess reputation is everything in that world. None of those are great defense either. But I need Veggie to use the Bakuhatsuha. One of the interesting things about one of the properties of that attack is that it will hit anybody on the field. Monster or party member alike. And so the plan here is that I need to have that attack go off while Veggie and Chaozu are out there, and it hits Chaozu. Oh, I totally just powered up not the right one there, didn't I? I needed more damage than that. I want the... I guess a 2 will be fine. So, what's going to happen here is that I need to have Veggie... I stun him? Do that. Chaozu goes out there with that, and nobody else. I need Veggie to use the attack. I need... Yeah, the Red Wizard. Whatever the Red Wizard can join the party is. There's the Bakuhatsuha. I needed to explode. I needed to also hit Chaozu, and I needed to kill Chaozu. So, number of coin flips happening. It didn't happen. Instead, he chose to follow up on the singular end. So, it's like a 75-25 chance of it happening. Edwin Aldisaron, that is the man's name. I could not remember the red mage, who was very powerful. Greatly. You can turn him into a woman and never change it back. Hey, what is going on here? I do not understand. Like, all right. You know what I like? Good job. Cool. So, well, that's not quite what I wanted to have happen, and so I will have to go ahead and use another GG on it. I guess not, because it has good offense, as per usual. So, like, what I'm doing here is trying to displace a series of resets that take 2-3 minutes at a time later on in the game, and if that's the last one, then that's not going to happen. So, I'm trying to displace those by spending 2 to 3 minutes here to stymie that. Because, like, in the first fight after this fight, there's I think it's 90 seconds worth of cutscene before you even get to the first coin flip. That coin flip fails, reset. Second coin flip is if Veggie attacks, reset. Third one is if Veggie attacks on the second turn, if he doesn't reset. And that's, you know, you spent 5 minutes before even getting to the first chance of, well, am I going to be able to do any of that? I don't like any of that, so we're going to instead not have that be a thing. And I'm still not entirely sure if this amounts to more people attacking means Veggie is more likely to attack. I think maybe he is? Okay. I just knew the red mages came from far away and everybody was scared of him and you could get one in your party and he was, alright. A really strong summoner. There were a number of situations where I'm like, oh, so this fight's coming up. Summon, 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 summon. I don't even see the fog of war. I just see all of them march in. Oh, don't kill Chaozu yet. I need him alive. Are you gonna... Okay. Because he can counter that. Yeah, just fog of war. If something marches through the fog of war at that point, I'm like, alright, Minsk, go fight him. Everybody else start chucking things. This is how every single one of my Dragon Ball runs seems to go. Hooray, I'm playing a Dragon Ball game. Let's talk about anything else. There was a Dragon Ball run I did for Best of Ness. God, like 5-6 years ago. Half of it was just me explaining how much I loved and at the same time hated the movie View to a Kill. Good stuff. Good times. How much of this run proportionally is watching these animations? As little as possible. And we're trying desperately to minimize that further. Alright, so Bakuatsu, Chaozu, go out there with that. Please attack Chaozu. Please. I want to show the coolest, stupidest Easter egg in the game. Come on, let's go. Yeah, really, like, once you realize, this is it, I can see why you want to avoid it. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Come on, hit him. Hit him. Oh, okay, so it's doing another strange attack, which I don't understand that. Yeah, like, that Bakuatsu is supposed to also be able to hit other people on the field. If there's only one of them, the game will be like, so it's just an attack, right? Okay, then here's just an attack. Like, that's not... Oh, God bless you for trying. Sometimes the animation goes off normally. I did stun him, right? Yeah, I stunned him. I can't control it. It's just a graphical error to which the game just kind of tries to figure out what's happening. Yeah, exactly. That is just supposed to be the rocks moving on to the next enemy. That's all that's supposed to happen. But the game sometimes forgets. I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes it'll be rocks. Sometimes it'll be Veggie doing the follow-up headbutt, but onto someone else. Sometimes it'll just be green screen, and you'll see attacks happening. I didn't control it, but that's what happened. Helps my stunning too, doesn't it? Because I don't want him doing anything. He is just happy to be here. Alright, so Veggie, keep doing that. I need you to kill him. You know what? I don't wanna, but I'll do it. Let's send out some other people just to see if it increases the chances of Veggie doing what I need him to do. Because really, he's definitely gonna kill Chaozu if this lands. No, that's a headbutt. You're still only hitting the one guy. Which means now I still just get to have to wait. Yeah, they're not going to be able to damage him. Headbutt might do damage. I doubt it, but it might. Okay, it did 1 damage. Good for you, Yamcha. Can you pronounce that move? Why not? What's wrong with it? Look, as we've already established that math is going to thoroughly derail anything I attempt to do, math derails Chaozu when he's in the middle of a fight because he has to stop and go, Let me see. 4 times 7 is 13 plus 28. Like, oh no. Oh no, there's something wrong with this guy. Please hit. Please attack him. Please use the Bakwatsa. And please hit that little Chaozu. Nobody likes the creep clown baby. Why are they so weak? I am doing this technically as low a level as you can because it's faster. That's assuming Vegeta actually does the thing that I need him to do right here, which he did not. I need him to hit Chaozu. He is not hitting Chaozu. As silly as that sounds, I need Vegeta to kill off a party member because the game actually calculates experience for how much a party member is worth. And I'm out of key cards, so I guess I'll use an oolong. Nope. This might just be a reset right here. Need a key card. Really? Anything? I need one key card for one more shot. Well, there it is. Let's see if this actually works. I doubt it, but we'll give it a shot. You can dive it too. Send out more people just in case. If it doesn't work, who cares? It doesn't work. Okay, so that's a reset. Right, look, it's either I reset here repeatedly or I reset at like 3 minutes every single time through like 5 or 6 fights. As dumb as it sounds, this is faster and more consistent. As dumb as that sounds. No, he's not going to get a Zenkai boost. Interestingly enough, everybody else does. Because party members have experience values. How much, you might ask? Okay, so most everybody has to, or can, level up to, what am I saying? Level 48. That is the cap. Don't say no. Okay, you didn't say no. So, level 48. Levels 1 through 47 take something like a couple 100,000 experience to get there. Level 47 to 48 takes somewhere around like 700 to 800,000 experience. So more than all of the experience in the game combined just to get to the last level. The good news is getting to that last level actually has an incredible amount of power put behind it. Which is what we want to try and do right here, right now. We can't do it in the first fight because the game for some odd reason flags what your level or what your battle power is, and then your level. And so like if you try to override it in the second half of this fight, the game for some odd reason forgets what your battle power is supposed to be and simply goes back to what your level is with the previous battle power that it had saved. So you'll be at max level with these guys, this level of battle power to you right now. It is functionally impossible to complete the game from that point. You are not powerful enough to beat anybody to get to the point where Piccolo is going to join the party. So, don't want to do that. Not a good situation. Yes, this is a fan translation. Okay, so Grandpa Gohan, we stun you to the ground, we go ahead and power up Veggie, make a key card, we send him out there with Chaozu. Those are high enough defense that Gohan and Krillin will be able, not even Krillin, Tenshinhan will be able to survive those. And Yamcha, why not? We'll send them all out there, cool. And he didn't go after anybody. Wow! Balls. Yeah, what are we doing here? I don't know. It's like sometimes he'll say, I think sometimes he actually says Gallican or Gallico? I don't remember. Just like Gohan, for some odd reason, he doesn't just say Masenko, he says dodge this Masenko, which, well, okay, cool, whatever. Don't know, man. The super powerful attack that Veggie uses, which is the Final Flash, and even has the mouth flaps flashing for Final Flash, but he doesn't, it's not called Final Flash. I don't know, man. I didn't actually make that into a key blast, did I? Nope. Maybe so, I don't know. That is a level of understanding about the coding of the game that I would not be able to speak to because of its translation, and I am not good at that. Otherwise, I would have translated out... Oh, Veggie, what are you doing? I would have translated out the F-bomb or towards the end of this game so that I wouldn't have to worry about trying to rapidly cover it up with clever images on the restream. So I just want Veggie to do one thing. That's all I'm looking for. He is not cooperating. Such is how the game goes. I mean, I did die in the first fight, so I'm not hugely surprised that things are not going my way. I'm just annoyed. So, more coffee. Alright, he's attacking. Then you need the coin flip that he's going to hit other people in the party. We shall see. Nope, he's going to headbutt. So it's not even a coin flip, I guess, because there's also the opportunity of him just doing a follow-up to the one, air quotes, enemy that is in the game. Yeah, well, it's even... If you send out Veggie and nobody else, he, there's a chance that he will, am I on Chi-Chi's? I'm not on Chi-Chi's. If you send out Veggie and nobody else, there's a chance that it's not him going, I don't wanna, it's, I'm not going to, and I'm instead gonna send out a random person I picked out of the party, and they're gonna fight for me instead. Which, no dude, don't do that. That's terrible. So that just keeps happening. This is terrible. Amount of coins, because you can sell some of those cards, and that's how much they are worth. It's also how much that you can purchase them for, so it's kind of useful, somewhat. The funny thing is, this is literally, I guess this isn't literally the final boss. This is effectively the final boss of the game. This is the hardest section of the game. This is it. Because there are much easier, faster methods that are also more consistent to be able to take care of the rest of the game after this. So this is the last troublesome thing. And see, like I said, he can do absolutely nothing and send out Chiaotzu. Chiaotzu's probably dead. I got it and then I immediately sold it, Ryan, because it's worth a lot of money and there were a lot of other things I wanted to buy instead of that. So, I mean, I got it, if that counts. I'm going to use it Oolong first and see if I can get a key card this way. And I did not, but I'm just going to use it on that one, I guess. Oh no, go on, transform, he'll kill us all! Yeah, first off, we need Veggie to attack. Second off, we need Veggie to not do the follow-up and instead let the attack keep going and hit everybody else. Third off, it needs to kill off a party member. Then we desperately need Veggie to actually continue to fight again and kill him in the second form. This is all we're trying to do. First T in the text. I don't know. It's whoever designed the letters for the translation, that's how it just looked when they did it. They're like, for some odd reason, they also never put in a capitalized Z for Zarbon? I don't know. I'm not the one that made this translation. I just use it badly. What do I do? I need another powerful... I need a Ki Blast. There's my Ki Blast. I'm going to stun you to the ground. I am going to... Guru Veggie. Chiaotzu marches out there with the 2. Veggie doesn't want to. Of course, no, just... You're going to laugh when you see the ultimate result of all this. Yes, Zarbon gets fatter and uglier. That's his power. Sad thing is, we're still actually ahead of the estimate. Alright, so I can power up that one. That's great. And then we have to stun him, because again, we don't want Zarbon actually doing things. I don't know why I pressed up there, whatever. Veggie, do the thing, and then do the thing against Chiaotzu. I'm begging you, brother. Do the thing. I mean, that's what I keep saying. Like, Veggie's the worst Pokemon, right? I mean, Pikachu occasionally got back into the ball, right? He's just like, nah. You know that attack that I have that's AoE? I'm gonna single target it. Dude, what are you doing to me here? Why? Just why? It's not even a coin flip. It's that it's well, it is a coin flip, but it's like a coin flip. It's a series of coin flips, which makes it annoying because when the series of coin flips are, well, you just die from it, and the outcome here is, well, you have to reset, and it's only going to take like a couple of minutes. I'll take the coin flip, and then from here, the rest of the game is smooth sailing. Once it happens... This is why nobody takes this in marathons. They're like, yeah, this is exciting. Come on, Veggie. You can do it. No! It's Vegeta doing exactly what Vegeta would do. Nah, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Okay, kill off the clown baby. No one likes him. He's creepy. People make fun of Krillin because he doesn't have a nose. People don't make eye contact with Chaozu, okay? Alright, so we know the drill at this point. Great. Power up that one. I have a Grandpa Gohan. I can prevent him from doing things. You know, I don't even care. Send out Yamcha, too. Why not? Come on. Look, here's 2 people. You can kill 2 people. You can get 2 of them with this. Oh yeah, he gets bodied by Zarbon the first time, but that's just a cutscene that doesn't actually happen during this fight. We're past that. Okay, see, this is what's supposed to happen. This is what is supposed to happen. Chaozu is dead. That's what we want. Now, all we have to do is kill Zarbon. That's all we have to do. Veggie, can you accommodate that? Maybe I should have been sending out Yamcha more often, right? I did say Yamcha could, and ideally should, survive this game. Alright, so do I have anything left good to work with? No, so I'm going to go along and hope for a Key Blast and then hope Veggie actually uses it. Didn't get any of that, so I'm going to use a Piccolo to prevent you from doing anything. What do you got going on? You hopefully can survive an attack. You can hopefully survive an attack. Actually, yeah, wait. And we're gonna go with them. Don't you skip out, Veggie. I need you to kill him now. The plan now is for you to kill him. Chaozu, no! Vegeta, yes! Correct. The one outcome I actually wanted to have happen. Now he actually has to finish the fight. He's, you know, starting off pretty strong. I don't have a problem with this. He murder blasts Raccoon. He then also finishes off Jisoo. I think he finishes off Bata while Goku isn't looking, and he definitely kills Karuto. So, really, the only one is, does he do anything to Ginyu? I don't think he does anything to Ginyu's body, right? I think I would have remembered that part. And he doesn't kill the frog, but that's okay. Yeah, he did steal, like, some of those guys. So Gohan's mad because Yamcha got hurt, so he's just gonna go to town and start hitting a few times. I really want him to do like a Z Key Blast that might actually kill. Oh, or you're gonna go right back at him. Okay, don't do that. I don't like that. Okay, don't. Technically it's a kill steal, isn't it? I mean, Goku wasn't gonna do nothing else, right? Oh, that's hilarious. Look what you just did. Made me mad. Oh, I forgot that's a thing that can happen. Alright, so you're just gonna do that. You... sure. Send out tension on, and that's it. But please kill him so we can move past this fight. He's got a 6 defense, so it ain't great. It ain't assured. Headbutt, 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 no headbutt. I'm gonna laugh if Tensionon's the one that kills off Zarbon. I mean, why not? 1 damage. Headbutt, headbutt, headbutt. Come on, let's go! Let's go! Yeah, there's no reason for fights to drag like this. Tenshinhan gets the kill. By the way, 1.517 million experience because Chiaotzu died. Everyone's at max level. That makes everything else safer and faster. There. Look. Let me, like I said, because the next fight after that, because we go immediately from this into Goku training on the ship. And that's the last save point before going into the Rikun Gerudo and then Jisubata fights, and then moving up to fight Ginyu. So if Goku doesn't happen, and it's not a glitch, by the way, party members are programmed to have that much experience per person. If I killed off 2, it would have been over 3 million experience. 4 is 1.456, whatever. 4.6, whatever. Yes. The most that they ever do is die. You're not wrong. So, we need to do 4 rounds of this. There's 1. Yes, who knew... The one thing that Chiaotzu was ever doing was holding everyone back. Chiaotzu ultimately is the villain of not just that one manga where the isekai where the dude jumps into Yamcha's body. He's also the villain of this game because by removing him forcefully via Vegeta, we are now in smooth sailing land. Good stuff. So this is number 3. Now, I do have bad news. I have bad news. Chiaotzu will come back. Now, I have good news. That also means we have the opportunity to kill him again. Which we will do. Because it's that much faster to do that than to actually fight Frieza with normal people. So we're not gonna. We're gonna go out of our way to kill off Chiaotzu again. And that's, that is going to be what makes Goku lose his mind and go Super Saiyan. Unless someone wants to see somebody else do that, but I don't think so. Alright, last opportunity. So, okay, imagine I just reset the game. And I'm going to tell you the first opportunity we could have where things could have gone wrong and I don't have to reset. Because you have to go through this. In fact, we'll skip the training. We'll say at 25:40. The first opportunity to reset because something went wrong. In fact, it would have been 25:20 because of the training. So at 2:25:20 was the last opportunity I had to save. So the first opportunity I have for something to go wrong and then reset. Because you're going to have to go through all that training, you have to go through this cutscene, you have to go through the introduction of the fight, and then figure out if you're going to be able to have to reset or be able to try and press forward from there. The first step is using a lunch card, which has a 50-50 chance of failing, and using that on Vegeta. And so... They stole the Dragon Balls, they have the rest of the Dragon Balls, okay, and then we get into the first fight a full minute before the first coin flip. We'll say this is the first coin flip, there it was, okay. And if it failed, that's a reset. We'll just assume that it didn't reset, which means next up we have to have Vegeta, that's Yamcha. We have to have Vegeta use a Gallico and hit both people. Now, we're not going to do that. We're actually going to have a little bit of fun and have a couple other people go out there and do stuff. So Vegeta's going to have to march out. Right now, he could have said no, and that's also a reset. So that was a minute to a minute and a half just for the first 2 coin flips. First minute, it could have happened if the lunch didn't go off. And then there's a second round of fighting because Vegeta cannot do a follow-up, and no one else in the party is going to be able to do anywhere near enough damage to actually finish off Riku. So you have to have Vegeta doing another one of those Gallican blasts against Riku. So you need 2 of those in succession. We've already seen how often Vegeta doesn't want to fight, so that would have been after this round, which would have been another 30 seconds. So it could have been 2 full minutes before even getting a chance at 3 different 50-50 coin flips in a row. Then you have to go into this fight, which Goku might not arrive for, which means you're doing it again with Vegeta 2 times in a row. You might not even have resources for that. Goku again hopefully shows up for the Ginyu fight. If not, then you are once again going up against Ginyu and also Jisoo. Coin flips again. I spent 15 minutes to avoid all of that. We don't want none of that. We also don't need to use Goku for anything. So we're just going to go ahead and punch these guys out. Now it is kind of important that I remember to make a couple of powered up ki blasts. Technically, it is the card game. I don't know. Take your pick. This is a game that uses cards. They're at the bottom of the screen. But it's not like... I know the Game Boy Color had a, air quotes, card game, kind of like Pokemon. Oh well, Bata died. Everything's canon. Jisu's gonna flee. Look at that. Goku got a level up. So I need to go buy... or I need 2 key cards. And I have... Well, there's the Chi-Chi that I need, so... We'll do that. Yeah, it very, very much so. This was taken from the realm of the first. It's effectively a combination of the first 2 Dragon Ball Z RPGs on the Famicom. The first one, you go and fight Saiyans. It ends with you fighting Vegeta. The second one is you go to Namek and you beat Frieza. And that one doesn't even extend all the way to Super Saiyan. So you can't use items here, and it's just Goku versus Ginyu. So you need to make your 2 key cards in advance. Thank goodness I already had one. I only had to make a second one. Goku's going to power up with Kaioken. And he's going to be very powerful. And then he's going to nuke Ginyu from orbit. And then Ginyu's rightful reaction is going to be, I want that body. Yeah. Quick sidebar. And my favorite anecdote for why I don't believe the Daizenshu some of the times is that it'll show like the Ginyu squad when they were all younger. And they show the young Bata who learned how to move fast because he always had to like deliver mail or something. I don't remember. Young Jisoo never got along. Young Gerudo was stopping time and annoying people. And young Ginyu, hey wait, why does young Ginyu look like adult Ginyu? Because Ginyu's entire thing is swapping bodies and swapping into bodies more powerful than him. There is no way that the body that you are looking at right there is Ginyu's original body. He had to swap into that one. In fact, he makes a personal point of it that if he's afraid the body he's swapping into might still be somehow powerful enough to come back after him, he will kill his own body ahead of time. He will punch a hole in his own chest. So this dude, that's a learned experience. He has a habit of this. He has done it before. This is not his first body. Do you want to know what my headcanon is? Because he doesn't always try to kill his own body and jump into it. My headcanon is that the previous body that he was in was Raccoon's. And Raccoon is stupid enough that he would say, hey, you know what, buddy? You're really powerful, and I think you'd go really well on our team. I'm going to do this crazy little body swap thing, and you're going to get a little bit weaker, but you're going to look like this cool-looking, like, humanoid thing like I am now. You got the red hair, and you're bigger than me, and you're going to look so intimidating, dude. It's going to be great. And then I'm going to lead the team with your weird purple-looking body, but, you know, the rest of the team will all fit in and slot in and look great. And you'll just work for me, and it'll be awesome. Raccoon's dumb enough to go, yeah, I'll be half as strong as I am, but I'll have friends that be on a team. And so he swapped into that body. That's my headcanon. Because he definitely had to have swapped into another body. That's his thing. What did he originally look like? Maybe he was one of Jisu's people, you know, from Space Australia. You know, maybe he was red-faced too. That's why he's so obsessed with, you know, he saw Bato and was like, ooh, the 2 of you, we can make a great team, couldn't we? Yeah. Oh, there's another red guy. That red guy's pretty powerful too. I'll better go find a stronger guy to swap into so that red guy don't try to take over this red guy. Oh, anyway, yeah, by the way, tension on 2, Goku 0. For those of you paying attention, that just happened. Alright, so yeah, Goku out, just destroyed. So we need to go put him into the ship. He's okay, it's fine. He's just a little wounded, he's still good. Isekai Yamcha only got up to like 30k, which was still enough to beat Veggie, but not like, wasn't really able to do much else from here. Again, his final opponent was Chaozu, so we're not about to try and convince you that was incredible. Oh crikey, I'm supposed to sell specific things for this section right here. I don't remember what it is. Scouter and Korin, yes. There. Thank you. And I need 2 commies. Bukujutsu. That's what they call the escape, by the way, Bukujutsu. Not Bakuatsuha, that's different. And 2 logs. Let's buy 1 more log, because we're frisky. Cool. Right, so, we need to go recollect the Dragon Balls. Well, but I mean, he's not, like, afraid of frogs, and he's not an actual frog. It's just happenstance that one managed to be nearby and Goku threw it in the way. I mean, I like the headcanon, it's interesting, and I certainly love the idea of trying to mix Dragon Ball and Chrono Trigger, 2 things I have an unhealthy obsession with. But I don't know if I would go that far. Also, as powerful as we are now, things don't want to stick around. Well, yeah, of course they do, because Toriyama drew them both, and both gave them giant, massive widow's peaks, and that's where the similarities end. Oop, that's totally what I meant to do. Why didn't we get to use the frog? You need to weaken Ginyu to the point to where he's going to try and body swap into somebody, and instead of that, I punched him so hard in the face that his spleen exploded. So that's what happened there. So now we need to go recollect the Dragon Balls, which are conveniently in this cave. If you'd used the Dragon Radar, you would know it. There they are. But I already knew where they were, so I just walked right in. And you can't see my splits right now, but it says fake Frieza. So, who do we want to see beat up Frieza? Put in your votes now. Not Marley. Or Marl? I always said Marl. Other people say Marley. Huh. Kind of like, is it Magus? Is it Magus? Magus? Magirsa? Maggie. We'll call him Maggie. No, Android 15 existed? Wasn't he the one with the trucker hat? Alright, so anyways, we're gonna fight. Well, Locker says 10. Well, no, actually, first Ryan got in a Yamcha. We got in a Yamcha. Alright. We're even gonna spirit bomb him. Let's go Yamcha. Let's do it. Probably should have used a better attack, but that's fine. Boink. And how much damage did you do? 1! That's right. Okay. Remember, it's not the spirit ball, it's the spirit bomb. There's the difference. You gonna mag us? Is that what we're going with? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Canonically, Yamcha just beat Frieza. Oh, I'm sorry. It was another Black Cyberman. Gotcha. But it was still cool to see Yamcha doing that. And there we got all of our Dragon Balls, which is I regularly like to do. Dragon Balls, sitting in a cave. Looking like a Christmas tree. Hey! So we're going to exit. I'm going to have to save it here. Hey, no. Yamcha was using that attack in Dragon Ball. He used that long before the Genki Dama existed. So everybody here except Chaozu. Oh no, what a shame. And nobody here can speak Namekian, so we're gonna have to go find Dende. Meanwhile, no. Go distract that Frieza. Oh, I don't want to, sir. Do it, bro. Take away your plasma TV. Don't have one of those. So we have to fight. We have to fight Frieza. Now I need as much defense as possible, because if I'm rolling out there with pretty much anything, he will two-shot me. So I need as high a defense as I can get. I will try to go 2 rounds. Yeah, you're just not going to be hitting him. And Frieza's toying with you. He doesn't even bother using key attacks. He'll still headbutt you, of course, but he doesn't use key attacks on you. Like, if one comes up, he'll still somehow be kind of honorable and only use melee attacks. Good for you. How does Guru know what a TV is? How is it a Space Hulu? Doesn't everybody have that? Don't. I saw a bird. It was pretty. I don't know why I stopped it. Stop doing the Guru voice. Alright, I'll get a 3rd turn in. Heck, the 4th with that other one down there at the bottom of the screen. But after 6 turns, you've delayed him long enough, and then you can let him go ahead and beat off. I'm gonna stop saying that right there. Beat up. beat up. Nail. You go ahead and let him finish off. You can understand the two phrases I mistakenly combined there. Sorry. Sorry. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know, something, whatever. Cool. So this is round 4, is it? So I'm going to go ahead and heal up. That is the purpose I have these, which heal you to full health. This should be 5. Listen, the Muffin Button didn't happen for another 25, 30 years after that originally occurred in the manga. I'm not surprised that the time traveler did not retcon things that hard. I'm not surprised. Maybe a little surprised. Yes, he's also not known as Super Kami Guru. So this one and then the next round's last one, we just let him finish him off here. And then we delayed Frieza long enough so that we were able to get a second wish out of the Namekian Dragon Balls, which is, give me a Purunga card? He's like, yeah, cool. It's not wish for Piccolo to be alive, and then also wish Piccolo to be brought from Namek. No! No! That's not what happens. It is wish for Piccolo and whoever else has died since the Saiyans. They come back and are brought back to Namek. There we go. That is what happens, which, as I foreshadowed, unfortunately that includes Chaozu, so Chaozu will be back. I guess the good news is Chaozu won't be, like, super powered like everybody else. Funny thing is, if Chaozu gets to his max level, everybody else is, like, at or right up next to 1,000,000 in their battle power. Chaozu's at, like, 750,000. Like, they don't even care. Like, nope, you're still too weak. Alright, so... Okay, we've got Dende. Veggie's asleep inside. We're gonna go elsewhere, and we're gonna use the Dragon Balls. Now. Wow. Your dragon's so big you can wear our dragon like a scarf. Yeah, everybody there can buy Veggie and Nappa. And I want... Okay, he could also do... I don't remember what the other thing is, but I want the Purunga card because the game itself is bad at math. And so we get to work with that. Oh, Veggie's mad he's not invincible now. Darn. Dude, you're powerful enough. You can solo Frieza's first form. What are you complaining about, my man? Alright, so... Speaking of that Frieza, let's go find him. Let's go hit him in the face. That's the plan. I never remember the fast way through these mountains. Okay, I don't know why that happened. I should not be getting into fights out here, but okay. But I need to turn that off now. Nope, that is not turning that off at all. Why am I getting the fun? Thanks, woo! That came out of my throat incredibly well, didn't it? Alright. Hi, Frieza. How's it going? You know what? Veggie, do me a favor. So this is the real Frieza now, of course. Yeah, he's... Ooh, that Veggie's a traitor. Yeah, Veggie, you gonna stand there and take that? Nah. Nope, he's really not. He's gonna send intention on. Okay, why not? So Frieza has 530 some odd thousand battle power right this second. Tensionon's got 400,000 on him. Alright, let's go. Let's rock. I mean, you're not wrong. Immortality versus invincibility. I mean, but don't they usually just say, hey, I want immortality, and that's what winds up happening? I mean, we've seen it twice. We've seen it with Garlic and, oh, Dingus. What's his butt? There it is. We've seen it with Garlic Jr. and with Zamasu. So, I mean, like, look, that's what works. That's the Guru. I'm supposed to have a what's a butt card at this point. I guess I don't. Oh well. Well, I don't need the lunch anymore, and I don't need the Kami anymore. And it won't let me sell the Toad. Which is not what that works, sir. That is not what that is. Oh well. Cool. Alright, what am I doing? Got it. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Garlic. Sorry, having to turn away from the game that far just to be able to read the chat. I'm like, they got it. Lower. No, not that. So, Did Slug? I thought Slug just went for youth. Yeah, see, thank you. He went for youth like Piccolo. And Tarlis didn't go for anything. He just ate an apple that made him super strong. Alright, so now we're going to fight this version of Frieza for real, except we're kind of not. You have to get this one to 50% health. Now, the Piranha card has 3 different uses. Power up all your cards, level someone up, don't need that, or reduce someone's HP. So we're going to power up all our cards. This is a very nice option to be able to have. Yeah, it was literally just King Piccolo all over again. And then we're also you can see it was worth 150 points, now it's worth 100. We're not going to reduce his hit points by half. Okay, cool. And now the card is only worth 50, but that's fine. I don't need to use it anymore. Instead, we're going to have tension on. Use the split form, which, as we've already established, means he's going to use the 4-man Kikaho. Yeah, General Red trying to wish for exactly what Frieza was wishing for. Like, it seems kind of sad, honestly. I'm going to say it. That's kind of sad. Okay, so we did 1 damage, which is necessary to be able to progress past this section. And now he's going to power up to form number 2. Yeah, Chaozu will get his levels. We don't have to worry about it. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. He'll get there eventually, much to my chagrin. He won't get to max level. We don't care. Okay, so we have another one of these sequences where it's, oh no, I have to fight you a few times. So I'm just gonna zone out and not do anything. Veggie's not gonna do anything and send out Yamcha. Yamcha's gonna be like, what's up? I'm Yamcha. Have we not met yet? Because I think we should. Because he didn't kill the actual Frieza. He killed the Black Cyberman. So Frieza probably doesn't know about that. He probably assumed, well, that guy's probably dead because I lost the Dragon Balls. Cool. By the way, here's Piccolo. Let's beat him up together. I like the way that you think, sir. Alright, so we've got Piccolo. Veggie's a liability, honestly, so we're not going to mess with that. So here's the new party order. Piccolo, nuke him from orbit. Gohan, nuke him from orbit. Tension on. Kika, how you doing? Krillin, Kin's on. Yamcha, hit him. Why not? Let's go. I mean, Vegeta, even his 1.2 million would still pale compared to Piccolo's, was that 1.9 right now? Because his multiplier for the Galachem is, it's a 20 for the, it's a 20 multiplier versus the 10, sorry, 15 from the, not the Maken Kosapo. Yeah, words are apart. Krillin, you gonna hit the dude or what? You want to cut him in half or what? No! Krillin, why? What are you doing to me here, Krillin? Well, dude, Octo, this came out in 91. They were not adding in any voice acting to this. No, sir. Yeah, we really should have beaten him down by now. This is kind of sad. I feel like I'm kind of annoyed that I wasted some of those cards. Oh, it's 1 million, yeah. So 1 million at the 1.5 versus 1.2 times 20. So yeah, or times 2? Whichever. You tell me. I wonder which one's gonna be doing any of the damage. Ain't no Destructo Disc. Shit, dog, that's a Kienzan. I don't know, whoever translated this. There is no way they had enough lettering left over in there to be able to write out Destructo Disc. Not without reprogramming the language in the game. That was not happening. Ow, ow. That's right, Yamcha. You take that one. You let him know that we don't stand for that kind of horse pucky around here. Yeah, I know what I said. Oh, it's a 10, not a 15, whatever. I probably should have had Veggie use, like, the terrible defense one. Oh well, whatever. We're just gonna beat him up. Yeah, in 93, this is 2 years before that. They still didn't have that, I think, as far as I know, they didn't have the necessary programming to be able to be dumping in voice-recorded lines. At least not, like, on the outset of the Super Nintendo. I don't think that's a thing. Maybe it was, I don't know, whatever. Alright, so we have to go do a couple of things here. We need a more powerful Piccolo. And interestingly enough, they give you the option of fusing. Hey, remember those two Namekians that we let die off earlier? Even though they could have survived, whatever. There's just two more of them. We're going to fuse with them. Okay. And we're also going to fuse with Dende. Don't think about it. They didn't think about it at the time. It's not a thing that's supposed to be able to happen, but they went for it. Right, yes, so Piccolo's now at 1.9, so I have 3 Oolongs, Chi-Chi, and a Piccolo. So I need a few more items, which I'm going to do before fighting them right there. And thankfully the shop is right here. And then we just move into a gauntlet where we actually have to fight a series of enemies over and over again. Remember that part where I said that the Purunga is worth only 50? The game's bad at math and it sells it for its original amount. Don't think about it. Let me see. So, I need 5 of you. 2, 3, 4, 5. I already have 1 Chi-Chi, so I only need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Piccolo's I already have 1, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have a Guru card, right? I'm pretty sure that I do. Yes. So the only other thing is that I'm going to have to save up for another Guru? Oh, hello. I need 1 more Piccolo. Actually, no, I don't need 1 more Piccolo. One of those fights you don't have to worry about. Great, so let's move on to the final section. If you walk south during each one of these, yeah, Yard Rat can actually just split them apart. Veggie's just like, yeah, I can even split you and Kami and Nail apart if you'd like for me to do that. I'm like, how are you gonna tease that? Well, now we're not gonna get that. I know it would like depower Piccolo, but also what would the purpose of that be? You're gonna have a 42,000 battle power Nail. That is nothing in the grand scheme of things. That's not gonna help you at all in anything. Neither is Kami. You've already got another gun. What are you gonna have? Another set of Dragon Balls? Actually, don't do that. That's totally gonna. Someone's gonna totally try to use those for bad news. I'm looking at you, Peel Off. Like, now just leave the powered up Piccolo, and as far as I'm concerned, continue on with having the headcanon of he hears those voices in his head. Let's do that. And you don't. I mean, it's not chasing him down. It's you fight some guys, and eventually he tries to ambush you, and then he's super mad that you just ignored him. I don't like any of these cards. So I'm gonna drink some coffee. So you have to, if you're playing this without the killing off Chaozu strats, you're facing a series of coin flips up to the point to where you get Piccolo, well, really up until the first Frieza fight proper, because you can use the Purunga card to then, cut his life in half. Tenshinhan does 1 point of damage, but you only need the 1 point, and that's great. Every single fight prior to that is coin flip, coin flip, coin flip, coin flip, coin flip, hoping Vegeta does what you need him to do, because he's the only one powerful enough to do it, and you just straight up run out of resources after a bit. It's not fun. I don't like it. So this is what we do instead. Hurrah! I couldn't hurt you at all! Oh, I was hoping he was going to counter. Are you gonna... I guess you just didn't translate that, well, okay, so that's a third thing I didn't know wasn't translated correctly, is that, powering him up. I think that means he gets 2 attacks, if I remember correctly. It's all in me. No, that's universe... Which universe is the one where all the Namekians fused into one? I don't remember. Really probably should have just sent out Piccolo and nobody else. Alright, I got Mr. Popo. Let's go. Where's the strange genie man? Oh, look, it's the Ginyu squad. Here they all are. Well, I can send that out. Everybody, please try to hurt. Yeah, well, oh, yeah, that too. Sure, why not? Yeah, it's really weird how I'm pretty sure they never tell you, yes, look in this pot. I don't think it ever does. I don't remember how I found it. I mean, I imagine just eventually you start searching every pot that you see in the game and look, this other child shows up, and then messages saying, go back to the ship. But how would you put that together? I think that was the major thing. That was, this is without the skips. That's why it's taking so long. I'm pretty sure that was the reason why I was like, I have to write a guide for this. I have my own notes because I would never remember, and I guarantee you so many people would play and then get stuck right there and go, I don't know what to do. Like, you're not wrong, because the game's not going to help you. It was very well made. Yeah. And now it's the part where we get sued by Ridley Scott. And we just have to fight him out. Fun fact, during all those previous, like, in-between fights and then right before this cutscene, if you're holding down, Gohan actually moves a frame down each time, so that by the time you get to the point where you're going to be fighting Frieza right here, if you have managed to move far enough away, Frieza will open up his cutscene where he's going to power up, and because you are not close enough, it does not give you a prompt to talk to him again. So he will not advance his own dialogue to then power up and then fight you. He will stand there menacingly forever and you soft locked the game. How? Because I held down. Yeah. Yeah, the stupid fairies. Well, my favorite part about the stupid fairies is I need you to go prove your worth. Okay, so you need me to look in a bunch of holes and a bunch of walls and occasionally flip a switch, and then eventually opens up another room, and then I go into that room and I can find an item in there, but I'm not supposed to touch it. And then the fairy says, good job, you've passed my test. Or the much faster thing is there's a hole at the back of that cave that has a shenlong, and if you go and pick that up, that counts. You've done everything you need to, and he says you won. And lets you onward to go visit Guru. That's it. Like, okay. What? Why? You're not very strong, I'll come back later. And Gohan simply says, what? Which, you're not wrong, buddy. So this is the point where we have to take a series of fights. And thankfully we can run from them now. Well, assumingly we can run from them. Now we just take a series of fights, which you can actually combat by tapping left or right and Y at the same time. It advances the fight RNG, which, you know, is a thing. So that it should happen at the same time each time. This is not where I buy a Guru card. I actually need 2 Guru cards. Oh, so we're going to fly this way to get them. So it should take approximately the same amount of time each time to get into a fight. And I'm going to do it. So I'm not going to run from that because I am nearly out of stars to be able to move with. And there's my cat in the background. Annie. And fight. Yep. Of all the Japanese to learn, I think business polite would be the only one I would want to learn. There's the fight. Hi, Mean. What you doing? Let me out. Because I haven't saved for a bit, so I'm not going to be able to reset. I'm going to have to buy more oolongs. Let me out! What are you doing? No! I mean, Namekian's here, sure, but I mean, there might be some more scattered around the universe somewhere, right? So I presume somebody sold the Popo. I need... Ooh. I'm supposed to get another Guru somewhere. There's There's an item I'm like missing or something. Well, I need one for Frieza, and well, ideally one for the super boss if you fight him. But I don't think I'm gonna be fighting him. I mean, I could, but that's what the extra stuff is for. So okay, well, we're just gonna buy some oolongs, and that's it. And then we're gonna slowly move our way towards the final island. Oh, I am gonna go slightly over, aren't I? So, okay. Well, poop. Plan on that. Okay, well, okay, so Zarbon was a cluster. Ugh. Also, I did die in that first fight. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be taking fights. So here's the first time you fight Frieza, of course. And you can't run from him, so we're just gonna go fight him Piccolo. Meanwhile, my cat is now up on the desk in front of me. Hi, buddy. You gotta fight him. Nothing you can do. Can't run from him. And excuse me. After one turn, he will run away. All right, buddy. Please don't sit on the keyboard. Thank you. Yeah, this run. I mean, there's. Look again. I'm trying to save out all the crappy coin flips and still ran into a bunch of crappy coin flips. I mean, how often do you want to watch Goku going through his training over and over again before eventually I managed to break through and beat Raccoon and Gerudo? Like, I don't want none of that. Oh, I still got this over there. Nope. Now we gotta use a. Oh my gosh. Let me out! I don't want to be in this fight! What are you doing to me? Yeah! That's not a thing. Is this Dragon View? Oh, well, hey, I don't change that. That ain't on me. Don't look at me. I'm just the one playing the game badly. No, man, the system's out of date. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Don't look at me. Come on, scroll down. Scroll down. It'd be nice if I could hold the button, but that's not how this works. Oh, there's a couple of Z's. Nope, don't do that. There we go. I have too many of something, and I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna have to get rid of one of these. There's that other oolong. Yamas, Chi-Chis. Okay, if I'm just gonna fight the end boss and that'll be the end of it, then that's what it's gonna be. So I'm actually just gonna have to sell this Guru. And we're just not even gonna bother with the super boss. I was gonna try if I was, ahead, but I am not ahead. So we're just gonna hedge our bets and get done as quickly as possible. That's what I'm gonna do. Just get to him as soon as possible. That is the plan. Okay, so that should be enough for us, in theory, to get to Ginyu, I say. He's long now. Frieza. You can tell when you're going into the Frieza fight because the music actually cuts out a hair faster. Like, next time, I'll let it play this time so you can hear it. That's a regular fight. It fades out sooner. It's kind of interesting. Should be this one then. There you go. So that's how you know it's going to be a Frieza fight. We got like 1 to 2 more of those. Not much else to do. You just send out one person who's going to fight him. And have some coffee. And that's the end of my coffee too. Goodness. Really got to get these saliva glands looked at because I mean, yeah, they're talking for 3 hours straight. It's starting to take its toll. Yay! I'm sure the vaping is helping too. Not really much else to say. We just keep heading south towards this island, and then we beat up Frieza 3. No, there's not. There's a second battle theme for the final fight. just one more. I mean, I like it. I mean, I am probably a little bit sick of it at this point. I imagine some of y'all are too, but I still enjoy it. I'll still throw down on it. I don't go out of my way to try and listen to it casually, but it's not... It doesn't make my ears bleed anymore, although I probably should have seen the doctor about that to begin with. What let me out of this fight? Well, their attack animations, they're great. Let's go ahead and save it. So here's another Frieza. So we've got like 4 more fights, and then Frieza will say, "No, we're gonna do this for real," and fly to pretty much right where we are on the screen right now. And every time I beat this game in 3 hours, I think, every time I set the estimate 3 hours, I beat it in 3:10. Every time I beat it in set the estimate at 3:10, I beat it in like 2:50. I don't even know anymore, man. I apologize. Coin flips are terrible. See, this is why predominantly I'll run radar %. It's a lot more execution based, which doesn't necessarily make it better for me, but it makes it faster and a little bit easier on the eyes, I think. Well, okay, not easier on the eyes. The flashing warning alone in that game. Woohoo! Hey. Come on, I just want to get to Frieza so I can punch him in the throat. Yeah, exactly. It's always marathon luck. I even got a pretty quick QE kill in the beginning. It's just, well, okay. Marathon luck is strictly like, I died in the first fight of the game. So, like, okay, sure. Like, not being able to run from these fights despite being at maximum level. What is happening? Yeah, we're going to kill off Chaozu again. And then Goku's just gonna absolutely level him. That's the plan. I'm glad you're having a fun time. I'm annoyed that this has gone on, frankly, an hour longer than it should have. Alright, so here's Frieza. He's very annoyed. He's gonna take us very slightly south of here so we can fight. Boop. Thank you, sir. Now we actually have to beat him here. Of course we do. Haha, it's over for all of you. Yeah, about that. Wait, do I have... Oh, that's where I use the extra Guru card. I use it here. Oh, well. I don't need to worry about it, because I can, I need that. So, I could just make a second one and have Piccolo level him twice, but I'm not gonna. We're just gonna have Piccolo level him once. See, okay, Jeff, remember, Frieza makes it a point to count how often I've heard people levy their insults at me. You know, woo, 6. Callback from several episodes prior. I'ma deck you in the schnoz. I'm sorry, I've never heard that one before. Like, oh, woo, okay. I saw that. Okay, so yeah, Piccolo does need to do that twice. Of course he does. Unless you've got a Guru card, in which case he's powerful enough to, in theory, one-shot him. Not always, but sometimes. So I'm going to have to do that one more time, and then we move on to Goku. It'd be nice if this was glitched, because then I'd just have Krillin save the world. But that's not what's going to happen. Everybody burn off the crap cards. I don't care. Get rid of them. Look, I'm sorry. I frequently mix up the two voices, alright? Also, my throat's a little bit sore, so it's going to be harder for me to try and differentiate the two. You understand, don't you? Anyways, yes, sorry. Oh, God, you can grab meat. Ow. At least he didn't refer to them as gutters, alright? There's a dead Frieza. We powered up Chaozu. There's an extra cutscene right here if you still have Dead Day in the party. because he will then immediately kill the white mage, because that's what he does. And now we just have to kill time yet again until Goku's ready to go. And then Goku shows up and Moida's in. That's what we gonna do. So we're just gonna have to burn off a couple of fights. Yay. I don't know what a little creepo is. Yeah, Piccolo. My cat desperately needs to be in my lap right now. He is so mad that I... Yep, there he goes. He's got the airplane ears and everything. He's staring at my lap. And, like, no, dude. I'm flailing wildly in a marathon, buddy. I'm sorry. Okay, could you, sir, could you stop? You're wasting an awful lot of... This is why I really need to remember to try and invest in Grandpa Gohan's. They'll stop him from doing anything. Honestly, it saves a lot of time. I don't have any, right? I'm pretty sure I do not have... No, I do. That's fine. Fun fact, are you guys aware of the fact that Noah, you know, the guy who made the arc, he's the guy that invented techno music? Because he realized that he had too many dunks and cats, dunks and cats, dunks and cats, dunks and cats. He also invented house music. It's when he looked around and realized that he had an infestation of ants. Look, I'm completely out of things to talk about at this point. We just fight him 3 times and then Goku shows up. This is what we're going through, so this should be the last turn. I'll have Goku fly on out and then we'll beat him up. This is the end of the round. I cannot believe it went that badly. Where do things go most south? According to my splits, Zarbon cost me 30 minutes. Of course he did. I mean, Mr. Popo, that first fight was almost 5 minutes. Fake Raditz was another 5. Regular Raditz. I should have just let that glitched fight go through on Fake Raditz. I would have loved to have seen what happened. It would have been great. Oh well. Man, I don't pretend to know how far a run it was from you, but, like, take a car. Like, you know, have someone drive you. You shouldn't be running that. That sounds horrible. Finally, we got a Goku. Hey, he's alive, let's go find him. Because that Frieza right there has a battle power of 4 million. Totally accurate, 100%. Piccolo at under 2 million. It's gonna be a really long fight. And because that Frieza has 2,000 hit points, I'm pretty sure it's functionally impossible for Piccolo, outside of glitching, it is functionally impossible for Piccolo to beat him in the 3 turns before you swap over to Goku. So here's Goku. For the 3rd time, he's going to show up and barely do anything, but at least this time it's against the final boss. Good for you, man. By the way, goodbye, Chapsu. I mean, yeah, it's like waiting for Saitama, really. Except that's kind of his whole thing. How soon are you gonna go? I need Goku to go ahead of, well, the 1 star, so that'll be easy. Let me see. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Oh! Please enjoy this music while I'm powering up my cards. Chaozu! Here! Chaozu's dead! Oh no! Now look what happens. What are you gonna do? Because he gets the chance to go ahead of Frieza, that means Frieza doesn't immediately one-shot him. We have a Super Saiyan Rip stream. Oh no. What happened? Oh no! What do we do? What? Okay. Just a little Frieza. Well, that's no good. I wonder if it's on my end. Might be my end. Wouldn't be surprised. Everything's terrible. Is it on my end? That's the curious thing. No frames dropped. Taint me! Don't look at me! Alright, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and nuke. Oh, no, hang on. I need to use a piccolo on you. What am I doing? There we go. Yes. Okay, so, what am I doing? So, he's at 1. Did I remember to power up Goku? I don't remember if I did. I mean, with a Guru card. I think I did. If not, I have another one that's... No, I did not. Okay, so, the 1-star... Because normally if you power him up ahead of time, this will do 1,587 damage, which is most of Frieza's health. Oh, it only did just over 1,000. That's fine. He has 2,000. Cool. Hey, not only is this not canon, dude, Krillin's still alive, alright? Really gotta work out more consistent strats to just this run in general. Or just have better luck, you know, the usual. Whatever. I completely forgot to power him up with that, which would have ended the fight pretty much right there. Now we're gonna do that, so your defense is 1. There's the superpower Kamehameha, and this is the end of the fight because Frieza will not survive this. And then that will be time, by the way. Well, at least I might hit under the 15. Sorry about that. Bloody hell. See, the entire run is trying to mitigate Vegeta. That's the run. So Frieza is dead, and time. Oh, 15 exactly. Cool. Ha! Okay, well, there you go. Now, because I left Vegeta alive, and I imagine we're going to cut away from this real quick. Since I did do this emulated, I can go ahead and I'll just go ahead and skip ahead, blah, blah, blah. Here's all this. Blah, 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 blah. Here's the credits. I would have run this on my console, but my flash card, not my flash card, my whatcha-who's-it, my capture card's been extra weird, and I don't know why. But one thing is for sure is that we definitely need to go ahead and make sure that, like, you know, the horrible bad language doesn't show up. Which is right about there. Well, we were close enough. Great. So then, fun fact, you get to fight Vegeta as a Super Saiyan. But we're not going to do that. I spent, like, all of my resources just trying to get to this point. This would be a 20-minute fight. So, we're not going to...